don't know what just happened. Oh my god, it's worse than I imagined. Hi. What the fuck? Hello, hi. Hi, Jim. How are you? Hi, Vic. Wow. Welcome to the House of Sick, apparently. Okay. No, yeah, that's a little better. Not much, though. Wow. Okay. Might be a short stream. We'll see. What the fuck? I have tea right now, actually. I got I got some loose leaf tea because I really wanted something that was loose leaf and like had like little bits of fruit in it, you know? You know? Um so I ordered away for some and I got like a little teapot that has the that you can put the it has the tea reservoir, if you will. And so I got that and I've been collecting the things and the tea came today and it's a cranberry orange ginger. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm pretty happy. Hey Glitch. Oh, that reminds me, I didn't have a short for today. I didn't remember that. So no short today, guys. Sorry about that. Ooh, hi. Oh, Victor? Victor? Yeah, I forgot. I forgot. I should have said something yesterday to you. Be like, hey, did did you finish that one? Yeah, I know. I figured. This is the House of Sick. Welcome, queer tater tots, to the House of Sick. If you too are sick, um, you understand what is going on here, and you are welcome to sit around and go, ugh, ugh. Which is basically what I've been doing all morning, early afternoon, mostly. Which reminds me, you have to go to the pharmacy. I don't know if I sounded this bad yesterday. I don't think I did. Hello. Hi, Snormus. How are you? I don't know what I'm doing today, honestly. Other than I did want to talk about books because I canceled Monday. I canceled Monday because I had no voice that day. And now I have a little bit of a voice, but apparently it's not gonna last. I don't know. I don't think it was this bad earlier. Did the tea do it? It's really good tea though. It's because they didn't put the honey in it. I didn't want honey because I don't want it to raise my blood sugar. It's already kind of high because I had pasta for lunch. So anyway, I don't normally sound like this. I normally sound better. It loosened some of the mucus. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is happening here. I normally sound like a normal person. I swear. Well, I sound I don't sound like I'm dying at least. I'm gonna try coughing. Let's see what happens. I didn't seem to. I got a cold. Hold on a minute. Huh? No, it's still bad. Oh my god. Okay. Well, God bless the mute button. I know, right? On the plus side, that does narrow down the things that we could do today. and singing is not on the list. We could try. Would you like a... Sorry. I already sound like a tea kettle normally, is what Remy just said. Yeah, see if you can do Alicia. I might actually be able to, though. That's the problem, is I know how to like... It's in a part of my vocal cords that's not quite where my speaking register is. So sometimes I can do it even when my voice is doing this. Not always. Hold on. If I could sing talk, it would be a little bit tiring after a while. Shut up. Shut up, Mr. Guy over there. Play with your Legos. Play with your Legos. My oh, all right. My husband is doing a is it an archipelago? Archipelago. It's doing a randomizer thingy. A massive randomizer thing with like 2,000-ish participants, and everybody's playing different games, and when they unlock something on their game, the server goes, oh, that actually unlocked this item for somebody else playing this other game. And I don't I kind of get it, but like it's hard to like really fully process until you see it in action, I think. But yeah, he's getting prepared for that, I think, because he is gonna do a Lego Star Wars for it, but not this version of it. So maybe he's just Legoing for fun. I don't know, but that's later on tonight. He doesn't stream, or I would show you it. But yeah, we don't have the internet for it. That's probably true. What do I usually stream? I do a variety of things. So, we talk about books, which is one thing. Because I'm an avid reader of horror. Hold on. And we have a book club. Hold on. So, I'm an avid reader. I have been reading for... Give the bot a second. It's a difficult thing to do, apparently. There we go. 1,299 days. I knew I was close to 1,300. And yeah, that's the next thing. We do have a book club meeting coming up on October, not October, oh my gosh, March 28th. And we will be reading this book, My Darling Dreadful Thing, and it has made me think that I'm reading it right now. Well, rereading it. I've already read this book, but I'm rereading it for the book club. I do believe that the author's name is actually pronounced Johanna van Veen, because I believe she's Dutch. Whoops. Not me being American. But yeah, this is the book club for book that we're going to be doing on March 28th, which is a Saturday. So you have plenty of time if you want to pick it up and get started reading. Also, if you are interested in like knowing about like book club things and other things that we're doing, we do have a Discord community that you could join. Hi there, Red Moon Fox. Welcome. How are you doing today? But yeah, we do read. We have a book club. I try to give everybody like 2 months to get the book, so it's like every other month we do a book club thing. Every Monday I usually talk about the books that I read that week. There's between like 2 and 3 usually per week. I forget how to hide this. There it goes. Oh, they didn't. I didn't stream on Monday because I was sick, so I'm gonna like catch up on that so that I'm not swamped with like 5 books on Monday. Other than that, we I play like cozy games, so like Animal Crossing, Tiny Bookshop is another one that we do a lot. But like the big thing that I think that most people come for is that I am a classically trained vocalist. I sing opera, but I also sing like a bunch of other stuff. I have really good clean voice vocals. I'm into metal. I want to learn how to metal scream, but I can't do it yet. Maybe now. Maybe now is the no, I'm just joking. We should not try. But I do vocal opera. And we have a thing that we do where we pick a music theme for Thursdays and we listen to a whole bunch of different kinds of music. Um People submit songs for me to listen to. And then at the end, we vote on 1 or 3 sometimes for me to learn how to sing. And then the last Thursday of the month, I perform all those and we do karaoke. And then, like, sometimes we just like randomly do singing because I want to sing and singing makes me feel better and it heals my soul. So sometimes there's just random karaoke streams. And Saturdays, we like to do spooky stuff. Sometimes it's a spooky game, sometimes it's reacting to spooky videos. We keep talking about doing that and we haven't done it yet. And today I didn't know what to do. So we're just here, we're hanging out, we're just chilling. Hi Redmond Fox again. I'm sorry I already said that. Again, I'm sick. I don't sound like this normally. You're sick because you didn't get enough sleep, aren't you? No, I slept 6 whole hours. Thank you. Hi Paul. How are you? I may have stayed up a little bit late last night because somebody, you know, streams at a normal hour for them, but quite late for me. And I was just like, oh man, I'm gonna come say hi. And then, yeah. Hello, Blaze. How are you? Don't I sound good? I sound great. Anyway, if you want to check out super cool music at any time, um, um, check out Paul because holy shit, yeah, you know, follow. Oh, they're from the greater Pittsburgh area, which is my favorite place to live ever. Yeah, no, follow. It's fun. I sound like a great version of the teacher from Jimmy Neutron. I never actually watched Jimmy Neutron. It's a little, I don't know. I went through a weird period of like I feel like I went through the period of I'm an adult way too early. And then like I gave up on that and then I went back to like being like whatever. Yeah. Oh, there's Glitch, your favorite editor now. I can't shout out one after another, but sometimes they stream too. When they're not the family chauffeur. Oh man. You need to get more of my shorts done. I am out. Literally never stopped watching cartoons no matter what age I was. Didn't you have like younger kids around though, because I was the youngest in my family for a really long time. Unless it was like obvious kid stuff. Okay. Yeah, no, I went through like a period like really young where I was like, I'm too old for this. And then like the only thing I really watched was Invader Zim because Invader Zim is I would still watch Invader Zim if it came out today. But like I was you know, we also watched we read Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. So and then trying to think of the other thing. I don't know. I don't think there was anything else like Adult Swim and stuff like that because I was up too late. I was homeschooled. I got into MLP. Well, I did too, but I was like a little bit older then. So like I did the I'm too old for this really really old young. Um and then I went back like really hard. Zim is incredible as well. The fact that Hot Topics still sells new Invader Zim shirts is a temptation greater than the Apple of Eden. I need them shirts, yeah. They put out Iron Mouse merch, Hot Topic. We don't have Hot Topic here, so. But they have like this Iron Mouse, like, metal band looking thing. It looks so cool. I got a Gur top from them years ago and I still have it. Oh. I had Gur slippers and if I ever had a top. You're a jerk. There's one in the chat too. Remy made a perverted joke. Who knew? Who would have thought that would happen in my household? Welcome to the House of Sick. I was looking for cool boots online and I saw the shirts and I was like, ooh. Still need to get the shirt, the mousy one. Yeah, it's so pretty. There's like a part of me that's like, maybe I get someone in the US to buy it and then send it to me. Probably not though. I don't really need any t-shirts to be perfectly honest, and I don't go outside. I have a lot of t-shirts. Something that's under my desk. I mean to send you stuff for the past few months. Yeah, I know you. I have a birthday present that we can't show on Twitch. We learned the hard way. That Jinx made for me. Jinx is also occasionally streams, but they do a they paint minis, and he's like a really incredible painter. Like I don't know, it's sometimes like astounding, but there was this one that is a nude woman on a moon-shaped blade that I found absolutely beautiful. And I was like, that's mine, please. And he was like, yeah. And so he painted it for me, and I got to watch some of it until he got banned on Twitch because, well, there are exposed nipples on the model. Hi, Bobby. I feel great. I sound awful, but I feel great. But yeah, it's been done for months. My birthday was in November, and they just have not. It is not your fault. I actually was fine earlier. It's this tea's fault. It's delicious tea, but holy shit. Quachi. How many stormtroopers does it take to change a light bulb? None, because they are on the dark side. That makes sense.
Debatable.
Wait, debate. I'm sorry, my husband is a big Star Wars nerd. Jinx sleeping because he got no sleep on sleep yesterday and called off work. Oh no. That was a pretty good joke though. I love when new chatters come in. Also, hi, welcome. I'm so sorry. I like when they come in with a little joke. It's fun. I enjoy it. Sometimes that means they're a bot, but I don't mind. If it's a good enough joke, you know, I'm here for it. Bot me up. You take all the Star Wars puns. That's good. I'm in the house of sick. Lots of sick things happening here, which could mean good things. You don't know. But no, it's mostly coughing. You are sick. it's mostly coughing. Hear me out. S'mores toppings, brownies with Oreo cookies inside. I think I have too much diabetes for that, but it does sound nice. I like marshmallows. Yeah, I feel okay. I think that the world is against me though, a little bit, like in this moment. Because like I have chronic illness, which has been kind of flaring up pretty badly recently. And then I got this cold and I thought that I was gonna be fine. Like I just had the sniffles and like Remy was dying. And then I was doing okay. And I was like, this is unusual. Usually I'm the one who gets deathly ill every time illness penetrates the household. But I'm getting away scot-free here. And then I kept on making jokes like, oh, maybe it's just taking a really long time incubating in me, and next week I'm gonna have like no voice. Yeah, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. And so then Monday, well, it was like Sunday night that it hit me, and I started like having basically laryngitis symptoms, and I lost my voice completely, and it was like difficult to swallow anything. Yeah, that's to clear away the sick. Or cheer away the sick. Give me chocolate. How dare the illness try to combat the book club? The book club. Hey. I already did this, but hey, this is our book club book for March 28th. You should read it. It's pretty good. It's gay and murdery. Ooh, and ghosts. Ooh, ghosts and murder and gay. Hooray. Because it's ghosts and murders and gay, and we like gay things here. Someone hit the pride. And I wanted something in March that was written by a woman, and I wanted something kind of sapphic for March because it's Women's History Month. Thank you for the pride. And I read this before and I was like, I remember liking it enough. There's probably going to be interesting things to talk about, and I'm like halfway through with it again right now. And I'm just like, yeah. Let's I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Is there some like weird gross stuff with like periods and stuff? Sure there is. But hey, I also am having weird gross shit about periods right now. Which is the second reason why God hates me right now, is that I have chronic illness shit that's causing me issues. I also got sick with the cold, and then on Thursday my period started and it was really, really bad. And currently still is. We like horror stuff in this house. That's yes. We mostly do horror here. Sometimes like really light horror and a lot of like dark fantasy, but not dark fantasy like not really dark romantasy. Book clubs are a good chance to try new stuff. I think so. And I also take suggestions. It doesn't always have to be one that I love. I have favorite authors. It's hard to choose one. One of my favorite ones is T. Kingfisher. And every time I read a Tananarive Dew book, I get really happy. And Craig DeLuey wrote one of my favorite books. I don't always like his books though, but more often than not I do. We can like look at that actually. Let me pull up my story graph because we did say we'd talk about books today. I'm dying a little bit. Oh, here we go. Gaming. Hi, welcome to my story graph. Story graph has a plus plan. It's $49.99 a year, or $4.99 monthly. Wow, cool. Wow. Hi. Thank you for the gifted sub. That's so nice of you, Paul. That's so nice. Thank you. Oh my gosh, everybody is having friend times right now. I see all the friend times happening. Oh my gosh, 5 gifted subs. It said like 1 when I first looked at it. Thank you. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Hype train? Maybe. Hype train while Callie goes and sees her favorite books on her profile? Her perhaps. I don't know. My favorite books are here. They're not all of them or in any order. And there might be new ones, but so far. Thank you for the bits. I think, are you? I don't know. Maybe. This is one of my favorite books of all time. It's episode 13 by Craig DeLuey. It is about ghosts and ghost hunters, like a ghost hunter reality TV show, right? And then ghosts are actually there, but they're kind of like not ghosts. It's really more of a cosmic entity that is going to kill everybody. And it's amazing. It was so good. I love cosmic horror. Probably one of my favorite books of all time. Another one of my favorite books of all time is The Reformatory by Tananarive Dew. Just beautiful. Honestly, beautiful. She's so good at characters. But this one will hurt you and make you cry and also kind of spook you a little bit and also make you really mad and then make you cry again. So good, I think. 1960s has racism stuff in it, obviously, because it's about Black people in rural 1960s America and a 12-year-old boy who gets sent to a reformatory school for bullshit. It's really good though. And then I really like this one because I actually really like romance, but we don't talk about it very much. The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. Ashley Poston used to be a fanfic writer, so be prepared for that. But she does a sort of fun thing where her romance books are actually paranormal romance. So they always have some sort of like magical paranormal thing happening in them, and they're fun. This one, the protagonist can see ghosts. Hype Train level 2. Wow, thank you guys. You guys are so cool. And then final on the list of favorites is this actual series, the whole one, but I think the first one is the best one. The series is a Legacy of Arisha or Arisha by Tomi Adeyemi. I feel like I fuck up her name every time. But this is Children of Blood and Bone is the first one of it. And it is just a dark fantasy young adult gorgeous story that I highly recommend. If you like fantasy and you like epics, and you're not turned away by some young adult stuff, this one's very good. This one's very good. And then like it's just kind of like I always think it's fun when there's like fantasy elements that are I said, did I not say Orisha? I did say it the first time and then I stopped it. All right, okay. Orisha. Anyway, but yeah, she the characters in this are really 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 good. Zelly is the main character, and she's just I kind of love her, and it's a little bit spooky too. It's a little spooky too because there's like ghost stuff, especially because like the main character of the book, her like magic power is rooted in like basically necromancy. Anyway, amazing book. Highly recommend. I really love the first one, and then it kind of starts to fall off for me. I like the second one too, and then the it's a trilogy. The last one, I'm like, what are we doing here? I don't know what we're doing here anymore. Okay, books though that I read this last week. Oh, we got a hype chest. Let's see what we got. Ooh, choo choo. Okay, you want to go? Yeah. Look, choo choo. Look at that. Thank you guys so much for all this. I really, really, really appreciate it. I also like trains. Oh wow. Oh, that tea is really good. I think we ended last week on this one where I had a really hard time explaining what happened in this book, but it was fucking great. Well, I gave it a 4, so it was pretty good. Yeah, so I think that's where we ended last time. So I don't know if I'll do all of them. I might like get to like No Gods, No Monsters. My first book for reading last week was The Changeling by Victor LaValle. This is the first time I've read a Victor LaValle book. And let me tell you, I will be finding more Victor LaValle books because it was very good. And the audiobook is narrated by him, and he has such a soothing, nice voice. It was really good. I'm trying to see if I can remember it without looking at the description. Uh it was kind of it was a sprawling narrative that started like with the guy's parents. His name is Apollo, which is a badass name by the way. And he had his parents, and his dad left his mom when he was quite young, but he would always have these nightmares about him. And he grows up and he gets married and he has a baby, and he still like has these memories of his father, and his father had read him this book that was about little like monsters that would come and steal the baby away from the changeling stories, where the little gremlin like things, and they go and they steal the baby and then they feed it to some monster or something like that, but they replace the baby with something. And in the story it's a baby made of ice, and they don't know it's been replaced until it's too late, basically. It's an old folk tale. And basically that's just kind of what happens to him. He and his wife have a baby, and his wife sort of seems like she loses her mind basically, and she doesn't believe that the baby is hers, and she keeps on getting these text messages from people that are like showing her pictures of the baby, and she can't prove it though, because when she goes to try to prove it, those text messages are gone. And she's like, that's not my baby, it's not my baby. And she wants to like throw it into the river or something like that, and the dad is like, what the fuck is going on? And he like wants to be like a really good dad because he didn't grow up with his dad around, so he has like that baggage. And I don't know, but it turns out that the baby was replaced. It was really good and a little violent and a little gory sometimes, but I enjoyed it. I didn't read the description to see if it gives more information. When Apollo Cagua's father disappeared, he left his son in a box of he left his son not in a box. He left his son a box of books and strange recurring dreams. Now Apollo is a father himself, and as he and his wife Emma settle into their new lives as parents, exhaustion and anxiety start to take their toll. Apollo's old dreams return and Emma begins acting odd. At first, Emma seems to be exhibiting signs of postpartum depression, but before Apollo can do anything to help, Emma commits a horrific act and vanishes. Thus begins Apollo's quest to find his wife and child, who are nothing like he'd imagined. His odyssey takes him on to a forgotten island, a graveyard full of secrets, a forest where immigrant legends still live, and finally back to a place he thought he had lost forever. He left the baby in a box. Well, he did leave the baby on the floor. And I guess that was his downfall, honestly. Don't leave your babies on the floor or little gremlins will take them and replace them with like dirt and stuff. And you'll kiss like dirt and hair and think it's a baby. Not me, please. I mean, I really liked it. I thought it was a good modern horror fantasy. I liked the conversation of missing fathers and what that does to you, and the baggage that one can hold as a man who grew up without a father becoming a father. That conversation was just like really interesting to me, and there was a lot of those anxieties that were displayed in this as the story unfolded, and then like the conversation of postpartum depression and being supportive to your partner through that. They're really cool. Hi Mir, welcome in. My mama used to say don't leave your purse on the floor. The devil's gonna touch it. Don't leave your baby on the floor, a monster gonna snatch it. Exactly. Don't leave your baby on the floor or David Bowie is gonna kidnap them. Yes, yeah. All of these things are very true. Very true. Mm, I didn't understand. I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry. Magic bow? Bowls. Oh, his balls. I don't know which one. Are you? Because we're talking about Labyrinth. I have seen Labyrinth many times. Are you talking about the cod piece? It's not my fault that I don't understand the difference between bowls and balls unless I look at your mouth. The magic ball, yeah. It was a creepy movie, but yeah, I enjoyed it. But I also love puppets. Thus, I'm a VTuber. I love puppets. He does have a magic ball of knowledge. That is true. He goes, well, he does have magic balls, all right. I did not need to learn that much about David Bowie. All right. Anyway, I need to. Everything is puppets. We yeah. I gotta rate this one. Oh man, I'm on painkillers, so I'm like 5. And I have to remind myself. Most of you guys know the rating scale by now, but some of you are new and do not, so I will explain it again. I never give out a 0, so it doesn't matter. I really don't give out a 1 either, but like a 1 is like I hated it. I burned this book, and I don't advocate for burning any books. A 2 is I dislike this book very much. There's issues with it. Or at least I disliked this book, you know, and there may be some redeeming things about it, but I disliked it. A 3 is, you know, I had fun with it, but I recognize that it's not very good. I'm never going to return to it, but you know, we had our moment in the sun. I will not, whatever, it was okay, but I don't want it. I don't want it in my library. We had our moment and it's done now. Farewell, fond memories, surely we will have, but memories they shall remain. A number 4, a 4-star, that is. I really, really like this book, and I wish that I had a copy of it to put into my home library. But if you make it to the 5, a 5-star means that I love you and adore you. I not only want a copy of it for my library, but I will put you in my bed to sleep at night like a loved stuffed animal, and I shall caress and fondle your pages. It's a normal thing, I swear. Fun fact, when he's doing the thing with the crystal spheres, there's a stunt person behind them in the arms and hands doing the juggling. Yeah. Hey, I love that book. So I don't think it's a 5, but it's so close to a 5. It's in the 4s. I'm not sure if I want to do like a 4.5 or a 4.75. I currently have 3 books in my bed. You understand, Mir. You know what this is like. I don't have them in my bed, but I do have a collection of books in my bedside table. Close enough. I don't want to actually hurt the book. I think we'll go with a 4.7. No, that doesn't feel right. It's a 4.5. There's room for improvement here. But it did make me want to, like, keep reading this author, so that's good. I don't know what I'm going to say about this. I think this was a great first introduction to this author. I am so interested in reading more from them. The book was well. A dog just hit my mouse. Thank you. Well structured, and I thought the conversations on fatherhood after paternal abandonment in his own life was interesting, as well as the conversations about postpartum depression and supporting your spouse while caring for a newborn. Cool book. I have a stack by my bed, but it's mostly manga. Manga counts. I'm with Natsuki on that one. Manga counts. I keep getting books from the library and running out of time to read them. I understand that because that used to be me. Until I got that streak that I have going, and now I read books in 2 or 3 days. And so I keep on getting into a problem where I'm like, I don't have a new book yet. I gotta go find one. Cool book. Ad review. Sorry. Anyway, fun book. Fun book. Next one. This one's another Tenerife one. She's in my favorites with the Reformatory, which was the first book that I read from her. I'm trying to remember if there's another one that I picked up. I don't think so. I've been trying to get my library to get them. This one is actually the first one of a series, so I'm hoping to find the second book. It's called African Immortals. Oh man, this book was so good. I'm trying to like get back. Okay, so you know in the beginning there's like it's a split narrative between the husband and the wife. And the wife is Jessica. And the husband's name is David, but that's not really his actual name. But that's the name he's going by in this century, apparently, because he is actually a 500-year-old immortal who, he really does think that he is just a really good guy, but he is very much not. The immortal people that he's with are like these savant type people who kind of almost have like magic abilities. They can make other people immortal, but they also like study. They're basically like wizards, like classic D&D wizards who do a lot of studying and then therefore can do magic. Magic nerds, yes. And so he gets a job as a professor teaching Spanish, I believe. And that's where he meets Jessica, which already I'm like, bruh. Don't date your students. What are you doing? But yeah, he dates her, but he waits until she's done with his class. So it's like, okay, well maybe. That's where I'm like, okay, I give you a slide. I give you a slide on it. But like, you're 20, she's 20, what are you doing? Gonna head into work. Okay, have a really good time at work. Make delicious food. I love you. I hope you have a really good day too. Bye, baby. If anyone wasn't aware, that's my boyfriend. Trying to make the IP work. Oh. But yeah, no. Okay, so like, what do you do? You're 500 years work. You're 500 years old. You're gonna date a 20-year-old? What are you doing? What the fuck? And he does, though. And he's like super smart, and he kind of like sort of lords it over her a little bit. But they get together. They get married. They have a baby. She's working as a like investigative reporter for like a journalist. The ads are in a minute. Okay. That made me not do a good job, and I lost my train of thought, and so now you still go to Agile? Oh no. Your crimes of not subscribing. Tell us what ads you get. I mean, this stream can't be good because I sound awful. I give you pennies. I love those pennies too. They're really pretty and shiny. You gave me like 110 pennies too. Of those bits. I really appreciate them. I do love pennies. Aw, bro, thank you. Bro, you're so sweet. Anyway, I get to talk about this book more now. I don't have to wait, right? That's how this works. I'm gonna keep talking about the book. One of us, one of us. That's enough of Glitch having to watch ads. My pennies. I got so many pennies just right there, though. Thank you. Okay. Where was I going with this? Right, but no. Are you with me here? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? 500-year-old man getting with a 20-year-old. No? I don't know. It's like Twilight all over again, right? They do that too. But like, at least she's 20. At least she's not a teenager, you know? The other thing that is a little bit like iffy about it is that he was her professor. The fact that he waited is kind of that for the class to be over is something. But she was still in fucking in the school. And so like I feel like that might go against some rules, but like I don't know. It's a little different in that time. I don't have that many options. So over immortal dude and teenage girl grossness. Yeah. 500-year-olds dating 37-year-olds, please. Exactly. I think that that might have been better. Even like the I don't know. I think they there's a little bit of me that really thinks that he enjoys mortals because he can feel superior to them because I think that when he's amongst his own people of other immortals and you know magic nerds, I think that he isn't that good. He's kind of a fuck boy in that regard, is that he's not that good among his people. His people are like what much more devout, much more studious, much more interested in these things. And then so he goes to mortals because then he can feel superior because just by the virtue of being 500 years old, he knows more than they do. Of course he does. I don't know. I think that's how I feel about him. But he really he thinks he's such a good guy. And like other people around him, he has a very good immortal pick me. I want a story of a younger looking vampire dude that's on the app looking for cougars. Oh, that would be nice. Yeah. I would a younger vampire dude looking for like 50-year-old women. Like, oh, you're 46? No, thank you. I'm sorry. So you, yeah. Remy likes older women. That's how he got with me, actually, because I am 6 months older than him. Oh, I mean, I'm 6 months and 500 years old. Not 500. 200. No, because I'm in the yeah, I'm in the 21st century. It's the 21st century. I was born in the 20th century. I was born in the 20th century. Might have been 1910. You don't know. That's because you've seen my birth certificate. I've seen yours too, and I read it. It's in French. Honestly, I think if I was immortal, I would out with mortals. I would hang out with mortals. It would be an ego boost. Yeah, and I'm very insecure. Perhaps. That's what I think that David is doing, though. Jessica, though, like she's still like a talented woman, and she's in her 30s by the time the story actually gets going, because again this takes a while. they have a kid together. She's this sweet little like 5, 6 year old girl maybe, and I kind of love her. She's cute. She's a well-written child, which I kind of enjoy. And they just like they have this little life together. She's a journalist. He still like does professor stuff, but for most part just does research and writing. Um and he in his immortal sect of nerd wizards, they have like a rule that like they can't be mortals can't know that the immortals exist. So he can't like reveal himself as an immortal. There's a shirt that wifey worked that had the Oregon Trail wagon and said, "Be patient with me." From the 1900s. That's pretty good. If you broke up with her for turning 30, you can have the egg. That's true. I do agree with that. That's why I'm like, he gets passes in that I think that so things that he gets passes for is that he waited until the class was over and she was no longer his actual student. And I'm like, okay, all right, okay. But it's still like a red flag he goes for her at all. He also is a very, very giving lover and is very, very, very focused and honed in on her pleasure. And the scenes, oh lordy, the scenes are very nice. The scenes are very good. The scenes are obviously written by a woman, you know. They're not icky to me because like sometimes I'll read a sex scene and I'll be like, what are we doing here? Why are we talking about these fluids? I don't need to know this. The scenes are like descriptive enough that you know what's happening, but also vague enough that I'm not like, ew, icky, yuck. I don't want to know about that. But like, how long did he wait? Was it like 6 months or like right after the semester? That's true. I don't really remember. I think it was pretty shortly after. So, but again, the fact that he waited is still. That's where I'm like, oh, I'm not. I wouldn't do that as somebody who is like taught at a collegiate level. I would never get with a student like ever at any point in time. Like I wouldn't even at the time Facebook was still more of a thing. I wouldn't even add them on Facebook. If you were a student in one of the classes that I TA'd for, or even one that came into like my tutor thing, unless like we were peers, no, thank you. I mean, technically, I have Facebook, but do I ever go on it? No. Never. I don't even think I have the app on my phone anymore. Anyway. Um. But yeah, no, it's like, okay, you get a little bit of a pass for that. But then, like, the fact that he's a very giving lover is also like, I understand. Girl, I understand. Cause, you know, you can ignore a lot of red flags. You can ignore many red flags when the boning is good, you know? I was with a guy once who like I kind of knew he was stupid and I also knew that it wasn't going to last, but boy did that boy really knew he worked out a pudding cup in his day and it showed. Holy hell. Why do I talk? Please don't make that a short too. Anyway, so I stayed with him much longer than I should have. I kind of knew he was stupid. I knew it was going to be a great story. Glitch showed some mercy. I don't want to hear you say it that more times than I need to. I don't know. It's also because you know who I'm talking about, too. That could be in the one where you bleep all of the awful things that I say. That's the worst part, is you know who I'm talking about, yeah. He was dumb. It wasn't gonna last. The thing that we had in common was that we both played Pokemon Go, and that's fucking it. But god damn. Oh. Anyway. So I understand why they stayed together a little bit. But then like in her job, she gets this opportunity to like investigate mistreatment of people in like um retirement homes. I'm sorry, we have to go back to this. She gets to that opportunity, and she could write a book about it. And her coworker, who is a closeted gay man, but she kind of knows, um, is trying to like support her and help her through this, and he would like work with her on it. Oh, hi, Nutstack. How are you? um, trying to remember. She gets that opportunity, and she tells David about it, and she's like super excited. She would have to take like 6 months to really like hone in on this book, and he's like really unsupportive about it. He's like, no, you shouldn't do that. That's like a bad idea. He's kind of like condescending to her, just to be like, I've written books before, honey, and it is a lot more than what you think it's going to be. You couldn't possibly do this. It would tear you apart. You don't have what it takes, is basically what he's saying, but he says it in a much nicer way. And she gets kind of upset about it. Get upset. Also, he was a condescending prick about it. Because she could write this book. She could write this book, and she should write this book. She gets this opportunity to. And I don't know exactly what his reasons are for it. I think that he worries that she's gonna get some acclaim, and then people will take notice of her, and then like he'll get notice on him. Meanwhile, he's writing books, and his name is out there. He, in another lifetime, like a generation back, he was a famous jazz musician. So like, fuck this guy. Anyway, but he gets so worried about it, and he keeps fucking killing people, and he keeps doing it because he's like, oh, they're gonna reveal my identity. And one of the people he kills is this guy who is her like coworker, who's trying to help her get this book together, and like it has given her like a book deal and stuff like that, like got her contacts for the book deal. Like he follows him into his car and slits his throat, and it's very, very awful. And yeah, because he's killed so many people, and like the reason he does that though is because he sees that one of the abuse uh things is a woman in a retirement home who died because nobody was watching her, and so it's a possible neglect case, and that's what the book would be about. And that woman who died is actually his daughter from the last generation when he was a jazz musician, and the person who killed her is him, because he came to see her, and she was dying, and he was like, this is a mercy, I'm just gonna suffocate her. And he's like, she's gonna find out that it was me. And she was already like, oh, it kind of doesn't seem like something that would fit with the book. They weren't even gonna like investigate it. But he sees that on her desk, and he's like, oh no, he's getting her to like look into this stuff, and she's gonna find out, and he's gonna find out, and I can't have this. So that's why he kills him. And he kills her great uncle, I think. also because he's really into jazz music, and so David even sends him to like look for this fucking record of his old jazz band. And so he finds it and it has a photo attached to it of the jazz musicians. And there's fucking David playing. I don't remember what he played, but he played something jazzy, trumpet or something. Don't remember. Not important. Bothering me, I can't remember though. But his instrument, he and the uncle recognizes him, and so he kills him too. And so finally, because he's doing all this murdering, he's murdered 3 people now. His wizard nerds come after him and they're like, "Bro, we gotta take you back in. You're getting too far. We allow you to hang out with these mortals, but you really shouldn't. Like, we're not gonna. But you are going too far. We need to rein you back in." And he does this sometimes. He has to go back in, and they like set him straight, basically. And so his like best friend comes and is like, "Bro, you need to stop, and we need to bring you back in. So say goodbye to your family. It's time to go back." And he's like, "No, I love my family. I love them so much. I can't bear to see them go." And so he gets into his brain this idea that he can turn them. He knows that he can turn people, and he kind of remembers how it happens. So he tries to like piece together the ritual for turning people, and he tries it on a couple of like geckos that he catches, and then he's able to do it with them, and then he does it with the family cat, Tea Cakes. I remember the cat's name. The cat's name's Tea Cakes. And he doesn't think it's working. Because the cat's not coming back to life. It usually like happens like overnight. Yeah, mortal geckos. Crazy. I know, Tea Cakes is so cute. So he does it the night before he's gonna take Jessica on a trip and reveal to her that he's an immortal. And the cat doesn't wake up, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know what to do, but I still have to tell her so that she knows what's happening, and I'm not, if I disappear, this is why." But he's endangering her life by telling. And he's just like, I'll take care of the cat corpse because it's still a corpse. You have to kill you have to kill them before, and then you do the ritual, and then they come back to life, and then they're immortal. And he's like, "It didn't work. Cat's just dead now." So they drop off the daughter at like the aunt and grandma's house or whatever, and then they go off on this trip, and the trip is like in a deserted like island cabin thing where it's like remote, I guess, because he didn't want her to be able to get off, and somebody comes and gets them on a little boat. Anyway, um terrifying, the whole entire setup of this. And I'm like, he's killed so many people. I don't know what he's planning to do, and he's not really revealing much, and it's mostly going from Jessica's point of view in this, and I'm just like anxious. So like, what is he going to do in this? He has her alone, but then I'm like, he really does love her, so he's probably not going to kill her, right? And he doesn't, but they're on this remote cabin. They're in this remote cabin, right? And they have really good sex. Like, whoa. Like crazy, crazy good sex. Holy crap. Holy crap sex. Yeah. Again, very well described. And then he's like, "I'm gonna prove to you that I'm immortal. I'm gonna tell you everything about it. And to prove it to you, I'm gonna it's gonna be hard, but in the morning, just you have to trust me. Do you trust me?" do you trust me? I'm your husband. Do you trust me?" And she's like, "Yeah, I trust you. I trust you." He's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go take a bath then." And he goes and he takes a bath, and he stabs himself and like r- cuts into his gut in the bath so that his insides are coming out on the outsides, you know? And she's like, he's taking a really long time in this bath. And she comes in and she realizes that the water is pink and he's still alive. Yeah, it's seppuku. Seppuku in the bath. Romantic. And he's still alive and she freaks the fuck out. And she like tries to pull him out, but she's just she's a, not as strong. He's a big man, you know? And she can't pull him out, and she does it. She gets like a sheet off of the bed and wraps his insides to try to keep his guts inside. And she's screaming and she's crying and she's so not okay. She is not okay. She's running around the island and all of these bugs are attacking her and she's screaming, but it's so remote that nobody can fucking hear her, and she's just trying to get somebody to help her. There's no phone. She can't get it. This was also like in the 80s, I think, so she can't like, she doesn't have a cell phone, nothing. He could have just told, like, what the, we could have just talk about it. No, he does this because he's like, she knows because he fell out of a tree earlier that he heals really fast, but still, she literally saw his guts falling out of his abdomen, and like he dies a little. He kind of dies. She sees him die, and she's just like, "What do I do? My husband is dead. I am so freaked out." And she ends up falling asleep on the bathroom floor in there, and he like comes back to life because that's what he does. Um, and he's just like, "Jessica, everything's okay. See, I'm alive. Now you know I'm telling you the truth." And she's like, "What the fuck?" And then, like, she's so distraught from it. Like, she's sick. Like, she gets a fever. It was like the worst. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. Oh, it's also just like manipulative and awful. It should definitely stop letting this dude out in the world. Exactly. For real. He's like, this is how I was this was proven to me because we went to the master who is like the head of everything. And this is what he did. He stabbed himself and he's like, if you remain, you know, I'll turn you into an immortal. And he's like, truly this will work. And it's like, you weren't married to that guy. You didn't just have sex with him too right before like the whiplash of that night for that woman. Anyway, she says she's not doing well and she is traumatized, like really badly traumatized, and they go home and they pick up the daughter from the grandmother or whatever, like, and she's like, I gotta go home. And you can feel this mounting dread on the on the narrative of them driving home, and like she's starting to like feel maybe a little more comfortable, just like she just wants to go back home where things are familiar. And but the way that it's being written, there's a mounting dread that's happening and you don't know what's about to happen. But then that chapter ends with them arriving home and tea cakes is sitting on the front stoop of the house. And that's how that chapter ends, and it goes into the next part of the book. And it was so cinematically, divinely written that, oh, it was so good. Oh, professor can't think of a better option. So now you know, like we know what David is capable of. He'll murder. He'll traumatize the wife that he loves. The one thing he wants is to make his wife and daughter immortal so that they can always be with him forever because he's so in love with them. I say in quotation marks that you can't see. And he thinks that that's not, but when he goes to this on this trip, he thinks that's not going to be possible because the ritual didn't work on tea cakes. But then they come back and there's tea cakes alive. So now he knows that the ritual is back on the table, that he can turn them into immortals. And so now you know that they're both he's gonna kill them. Oh. Anyway, the book goes on. It's so good. I will not tell you any more of what happens. You should read the book. But like that part right there was where I was like, this is an amazing book. Just the simplicity of them coming back from this crazy traumatic night, and Jessica is in shambles, is a shambles of a woman at this point. She's barely holding herself together, and she doesn't know that she's looking at her pet cat who she loves, and that is like the symbol to the reader that shit's about to go fucking haywire. Ah! Anyway, beautiful, beautiful book. You should read it. I can't wait to find the second one. Anyway, adding review now. Sorry, I went on that book for like an hour. It feels like because it was so good. Five stars, 5 stars. What? Oh my god. Okay, what happened after the bathtub and she's running around and the cat on the porch? Okay, so you missed that with the head. Okay. What happened after the bathtub? The cat on the porch. So they're on the secluded island, right? Oh, I didn't really say anything more after the cat on the porch. But like you understand the symbology of the cat on the porch is that to Jessica it's a sign of comfort and home, but to you as the reader, you understand that that is the symbol of shit's about to go fucking bad. Because now David knows that the ritual works. Like that was his test subject, that the ritual works on a larger creature. So he's now going to escalate and he's gonna fucking kill them. Yeah, but she freaked out and then they go home and that's what I missed. He's just okay. The tea cakes is just chilled. He's great. He's immortal now. But you also find out that's actually true. No, the husband, yeah, he's just fine because he's immortal. He heals. You did miss the one part where he said she knows that he heals because he fell out of a tree in an earlier thing, earlier in the book, and he refused to go to the doctor. He always refuses to go to a doctor, but he's like been through, he's been alive for 500 years, so he came to the United States and became a slave. Like he didn't have to come to the US, but he did. My body heals. I don't go to the doctor. But it heals like overnight. She finds the way that it's vampiric, the way that the blood the way that it works, the thing, the transformation works is he injects them with his own blood. And so she finds a little bit of his blood, and her sister is it is like a lab technician, nurse, researcher thing in the medical field. And so she's able to get a sample of David's blood to her sister and is just like, can you test this because I think something's weird is going on. Don't ask me questions. I just need you to test it. And Yeah, they find out that the blood is like it heals things. So like if you're sick or you're injured in some way or maimed, if his blood gets on that injury or whatever, it'll heal. And he already knew that from back in the times when he was a slave, he got whipped. And did I forget to mention they're black? That's probably important. They're black. David's black. He's from Africa. I thought I made that clear, but I probably didn't. That's kind of important. Yeah, he came to America during the slave times, the slave trade times. Um, they all were like, David, don't, or David, or I can't remember what his actual name is. Don't fucking do that. That's a stupid idea. And he's like, no, I think I'll be fine. Kelly doesn't see color. I don't know. It's a Tananarive dude one. To me, I'm like, oh, it's obvious. It's also called African Immortals. What was I thought it was obvious. By the way, they're black. Whoops. Black History Month. I don't know. David could tell you some stuff, you know. I mean, but the stories are really cool because he also goes into his past a lot. It's a pretty long book, but not like huge. Anyway, 5 stars. Don't go to that country. They got the slave trade. Nah, I'll be fine. He does. He goes in and he gets put. He gets sold as a slave for this farm, and he tries to run immediately, which does not go well for him. But he heals immediately after, like the day after. He doesn't try to get away again though, and he's like, I could get away, but I don't know. I feel like these people need me. He's so fucking arrogant. Anyway, I he's a really good antagonist because sometimes you kind of feel for him and you're like, oh, I understand why he is the way he is, but then like he does all of these really awful evil things, makes so many terrible jokes. I don't know. He's kind of, and he's also an idiot. I don't know. It was a really good, really really good. And the audiobook is really good for it too. The audiobook version that I got, there was also a little section where they had an interview with the author, and that part was very interesting. I enjoyed it a lot. The idea of a stupid, like he's not stupid too, like us as mortals. He seems really smart, but he's also like, you make stupid choices, boy. What the fuck are you doing? Oh. Remy's like, you just talked about him being a slave and you just called him a boy. What are you doing? I'm like, no! Okay, fine. Girl, what are you doing? That's not what I was going for. Stop it. I just thought it would be funny to call somebody who's 500 years old boy. Anyway, we all make mistakes. And that was your microaggression of the day. Accidental microaggression of the day. Term of endearment. What are you doing? Yeah. It was more where I was going, but okay. Yep, I see. I see what I did there. My bad. Unintentional. What do we say about this book? It's so good. Another masterpiece. I can see the work that went into this. Do is amazing at developing characters who feel real, and this really highlights that for me. I'm excited to get my hands on the second book. Yay! Ad review. That's what I'm gonna say about that, even though I just spent an hour fucking talking about this book. And there's still so much more that you could talk about with this book. It's a very good one. I think we'll stop there though, because I think that also we've talked about books for a really long time. And you guys gotta be bored. But that book was crazy. This is Storygraph though. I did read. Oh boy, because I was making an observation that like I like to read from diverse voices, and when Black History Month comes up, it makes my life super easy because all the algorithms are like, "Hey, did you know Black authors exist?" And I'm like, "Why can't you do this all year long? Why can't we have this all year long?" But then I get all of these recommendations for Black authors, and like this one is from a Black author, this one is from a Black author, this one is from a Black author, and this one is from a Black author, but not this one, and not this one. But like 4 in a row is kind of crazy. Let's see. No, that one's not Black either. Yeah, but 4 in a row, like that doesn't happen very often unless you're like really trying. And this was all like picks from algorithms for me. I haven't been trying that hard this year, or well, for the past couple of months. This one's a gay author. That's diverse. Anyway, fun times. I'm on 18 books for this year so far. That's kind of cool. We could look at my stats real quick. I just want to see for February. February 2026. 6 books. At the 20th, that's kind of low for me, but I have been sick. And one of them was kind of a big book, so. Yeah, I have 2 that we haven't done yet, but we're gonna do that this upcoming Monday. I mean, yeah, not bad. 18 books. Like, if we're at 18 books now, I'm gonna finish another one. That'll put me at 19. That'll give me like 10 books per month, sort of. So being at 20 books at the end of February would be really nice, and I'll probably get there. It's the 21st now. We still got 7 days for the month. Yeah, I'll get through. I definitely will get through 2 books. I'll probably be more like 3 or 4, possibly. It depends on what I find next. Because right now I'm reading the book club book again. And it's kind of a good thing because I was like, yeah, I don't remember a lot about this book other than I was like, I think I had fun with it. I don't remember if I loved it, but I do remember it being interesting. And I did have fun with it, so let's do that one. It's the only reason I picked it. If you guys are like interested in a book and you're thinking, oh, maybe we could do this for book club, please let me know ahead of time. I prefer if we do something gay, ish, at least a little gay. It'd be nice if there was a gay character in it, but it's not completely necessary. I don't think they need to live through it, no. I prefer to stay in the horror genre a little bit. Like if it's like a dark fantasy, that's okay with like some horror elements. That one I think also passes. But I like to stay, there's going to be a little spooky. In order for me to have a good time, I would prefer for there to be at least a little spooky. So if you think of anything, I think our next one will probably be that one that I like raved about last week though. Uh yeah, Spoopy Gay book. The Faceless Thing We Adore. Cause that was so good. That was so fucking good. I would like to do that one. I like cosmic horror, so and cults. And since you guys demand on us being a cult, it's all you, it's not me. Okay. I'm going to go on a break. When we come back, we'll figure out what we're gonna do. But yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do next, but we're gonna do something. That's still going good. Um, but I gotta pee because I just drank a whole bunch of tea. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna put an ad, but I think you guys are all subscribed, so you won't get the ad. I don't know. Talk about things. Talk about life. You know. Tell me what you guys are cooking up this weekend. What you got going on, and then I'll be right back. Okay. Love you. Be right back. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Okay. Be right back. Okay, I am back. You're certified evil. Well, you can do evil now. Hi. How's it going? I had. Holy shit. We're working tonight. Okay. Should probably cook something this weekend. Yeah, probably. Went to the dentist yesterday. I keep biting on the gums from my wisdom teeth. Ooh. But they're not fully out yet. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, I had to get my wisdom teeth pulled because they were like partially up, but they were causing a lot of pain and crowding. Ro's been here longer than you. They're... Oh man. What time is it? Like an hour before I would usually stop. Remy's collecting trash to take out. So you may hear some noises in the background. I'm sending him to the pharmacy to get me women hygiene. I don't like that word. Period shit. Because I was unprepared. Not that we need to talk about this. I was just unprepared for what is happening to my body right now. And hoping that the pharmacy has some supplies. Because if not, woo boy. I don't know what we're gonna do. Sleeping on the floor, he says. Fuck off. Fuck off. You get to bed yourself sometime. Get the dogs come in. You get mostly the dogs. They stay with you. No, but they stay with you when I go to bed early. So I get to bed a lot. I get to bed alone all the time. If we have to keep the dogs away from the bed unless we're both in the bed a lot of the times. Not always, but more often than not. Because if we don't, Uriel decides that it's time to play on the bed. And he does his little Dognado thing and he destroys. He rips holes into our sheets. So now we don't allow the dogs on the bed unless we're on the bed. And even then he still kind of tries to Dognado. But like sometimes he gets like really aggressive and he wants to play with me. It's really he gets like he'll like smack me with his toy really hard and he'll like claw at me a little bit and just be like, Mama, play. And I'm like, no, it is reading time. It's reading time and cuddle. You can cuddle and that's it. He's like, no, play. And he hurts me. But he's just a big boy. He's a big broody boy. He doesn't know what he's doing. So now he's just if I go to bed really early, like way earlier than I'm actually planning on sleeping. And it's because I would like to read for like 2 or 3 hours before bed. Okay. There's this article talking about the rudeness. Rude asses, sorry, who listen to stuff without headphones in public. Which fine, but the article calls it bear beating? No. No, that's not what that means. That
I mean, I get it, but no.
No. Good try.
Bear beating in public is something else, huh?
Yeah, bear beating in public is definitely something else. I've seen that too. But it's different. It's different. I know, right? I've seen that too. It's definitely different. I don't want it. I don't either. Yesterday, the Meat Saint, our good friend, did a really interesting conversation with Okami. Okami I can't remember. You didn't have time for her stream. It was a very interesting stream. So Okami does a lot of metal vocals also, and she's also just a really cool person. But they did like a conversation and kind of like a tutorial for trying to scream, because also Meat is trying to scream. But it was really cool, and I guess I don't know if the VOD is out, but I do know that Meat is planning on making it into like a condensed like YouTube video at some point. So when that comes out, I would recommend watching it, especially like if you're interested in that, because I was able to ask some questions, because I obviously am coming at screaming from my understanding of singing. And so like I've asked other people too, like about like the concept of like resonance points, which is just like, it's kind of like, I don't know if that's like what it's actually called, but it's the best way for me to describe what's happening is like, so like when I sing, because I'm a high soprano, my resonance comes from very, very high within my head. I can feel I'm directing the air from my diaphragm. I hate when he's behind me and therefore you guys can actually hear all of his comments. But I direct the air from my diaphragm up into the resonance point in my head. And it's not actually going there, but like these are some of the visualizations that you can actually feel your sinuses and your skull vibrating while you are singing. And you're directing the air into these places. And so when I have been trying to do screams and like I've tried to like follow tutorials for it, I've just like really struggled with, okay, so what's the resonance point? I can't figure out where am I supposed to be pushing all of this air, because like I don't have issue with air support, but like a lot of singing is air direction. And Kami was just like, yeah, no, none of that. Forget everything you know. Forget everything that's just natural to you. And it was like the first time anybody was like explained it to me, that it's like, that's not the way that it works. You don't do that. You just, obviously there's places from which the different scream techniques resonate from, but you don't direct the air there. It's just natural. That's the way it happens because of the way that you move your mouth and so forth. And I was like, oh, okay. Perhaps that is where a lot of the issues I'm having are coming from. Obviously, I can't practice that now, but it was very helpful for me to be able to ask those types of questions and get somebody who kind of like understood what I was coming from. I also think there are a lot of people who do like clean vocals who do, I'm so sorry, it's probably really loud with the stuff in the background, but people who do clean vocals who are singing like that don't sing head voice either, so they don't really know where I'm coming from. Because even people who do like clean vocals and like metal, even like treble clef voices who sing metal, they tend to like stick in chest voice. They tend to have lower registers than I do. Not always, but often. So it becomes difficult to explain the physiology of singing. Singing is a very physical thing. Oh, wow, wow. When I drink tea, I look really mad. Look at that. No, no. Yeah, that makes way more sense now. Singing is a sport. It is very physical. Yeah, that's why a lot of times, like when we do a lot of singing, or if like I'm practicing something that's like technically difficult, like when I was doing music box or something that takes a lot of energy because you're going to be singing a high D at the end. Um, I get really hungry after singing streams. If we do a lot of singing, I'm like, I need to eat now. I also like I don't stream unless I've eaten before. I it is kind of a rule in the house. It is a house rule. Callie's not allowed to stream unless she eats. So that's sometimes why I'm late and like I couldn't get food together in time. Callie's not allowed to stream unless she eats beforehand. Harry, be good. But yeah, after singing streams, like when we do like 3 hours straight of singing, I'm starving. I want to eat everything. This Thursday, I was just like, fuck me, I need to eat. Hi, Kakari, how are you? Oh my god, I sound awful. If I go into singing register, yeah, I could probably still do it. You do not. But don't bark in the barking's not allowed, you know this. I'm doing okay. For some reason my voice decided to like do dumb things right while I like go live. So my voice has been really fucked up this whole entire time, but I actually feel pretty good. Paul thinks it's his fault because he kept me up really late. Literally, I went into his stream because I was like, bro, I just want to come say hi. I'm gonna go to bed, but I'm gonna come say hi beforehand and just hang out for a little bit. And he was playing like Anime Store Simulator or something like that. So that was like making jokes. I was having a good time. Have a great time. Ooh, 3 streams. Thank you for the support. Making jokes and we're talking, we're yapping, we're having a good time. I find out that he's like from Pittsburgh, and I used to live in Pittsburgh. Is like one of my favorite places I've ever lived. So we talk about Pittsburgh things. We talk about architecture. We talk about music because he's a very good musician. And then I got him like on just like showing me all kinds of different music and music that he's done, and it like we bonded. We had like a little nerd fest, and it was I stayed up way too late. Stayed up way too late, way later than intended. I was like, I'm gonna go. At some point, I was like, he's like, oh, let me show you this one thing. And I was like, who needs sleep, honestly, when I could just be listening to this awesome music? It was so good. Good stream. So again, follow Paul. I'd shout him out again, but he told me to stop, so I will. But then he gave me 5 gifted, so what am I supposed to do with that? I don't know. Anyway, he's a cool guy. And then he watched my shorts. I was trying to explain the cult to him. I mean book club. Whatever. I don't know why I keep the pretense up. I'm curious now though. Mm, it's not an exclamation point one. I just use the slash the Reddit slash ones. I need to set that one up though, and I just always forget to. I want to do the one where it also shows there, that one. No, I can't give you blame for it. It was Ro who did it to me. You did it. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. But yeah, no, he's a cool guy. Oh my god, he played this game earlier this week that I kind of want to play because it was so fucking stupid. But I want to spend money on games right now. Well, with my income getting taken away, I want to see if I can sing Alicia. I think I can. I feel like it might come up there, but it has to be like an opera thing. I might. I sure rest my voice. Sure, that's not happening. Don't lie. Don't think that rest does anything. It doesn't. I will not hurt my voice. Does that make anybody happier? If I feel like I can't do it, I won't. I will not push it. I just want to see because I think I can. I could be wrong. Don't act like that's not possible. Cause I could be wrong, but I feel like it's there. Resting your voice is actually a myth. I don't know if you knew this or not. Resting my voice when I'm sick always makes it worse. See, you understand. But like, there's like a point. There's a point you do have to like, yeah. Then drink warm milk with honey and butter. I cannot drink any of those things. Also, milk and it produces more phlegm, so you typically when you're gonna sing, you should not eat any dairy beforehand. The vinyl player motor stopped. I don't know. I hope we can figure it out. My low notes are not very good. See, that's my my flip point is really bad right now, but if we stay in the high bits, I think we'll be okay. Let's get to the chorus. It sounds bad, but it's not bad. It's passable. Oh my god. Oh my god. It got it loose. Oh. See, singing fixes everything. We should sing earlier. We should have sang earlier and fixed it. That bit was a little off. Okay. But see, I mean, it's not perfect. I just had a voice crack right there. But I think my voice actually sounds better than it did before. Like, my voice is slightly more clear. What the fuck? Hold a minute. Thank you though. Yeah, my voice sounds a little more clear. It's not perfect yet, but wow. So the reason why that works, if we can get into some vocal things here. Um my resonance point for singing is right above where the uh it comes like above my actual sinuses. And so when I sing, I vibrate a lot of that area. Oh my god, I'm making my model freak out. But I vibrate while I'm my sinuses then. And so it makes a lot of the mucus that's stuck there move. So because I sang that, I just as a joke, I would recommend to sing Bohemian Rhapsody. God, I wish. That would be too much for me right now. I knew this would be simple enough. I should not sing anymore, but hey, yeah, doing like one song, that's pretty good. I've always been able to sing over my cold. That's the way that's how we talk about it in vocal. I've said it to other people. If you have a cold, you might not be able to talk very well, but usually, like, you can do like a rehearsal. You can do like one or two songs. You shouldn't. Like, don't do a concert, but like, don't push it. Like right now, I can feel like, okay, if I do much more of that, it's gonna be bad. But just like being able to do that little vibrating thing, oh, I feel what was stuck in my throat. I could feel like something stuck there. It's gone, or at least it moved. I was trying to set up my stream, and I had some of your shorts playing, and then I started hearing Alicia, and I'm like, damn. Like, wait, I'm not watching that short. What's going on? Wait, she's singing while sick? Yeah, that was me singing while sick. You've heard me sing while sick before, though. I used to sing in the church choir. We went to church together. We were good church going people. Good little church going children. When I was in the choir, obviously. Um, I'd be sick sometimes and I would like sing over my cold. I believe my dad died. And when my dad died, I got sick. It's literally the reason sometimes I get involved with like religious things is so I can sing. Well, yeah, my when my dad died, I got really sick with a like this type of laryngitis type illness. I think I got bronchitis actually during that. Yeah, that sucked. Anyway, but like that Sunday, I had a solo in my church choir, which was a different like my parents didn't go to my church. My parents were Mormon. And I was like, no thank you. I'm gonna be Presbyterian actually. I think that fits me more. That also didn't fit me, but like it was I went to a Presbyterian church. I went to the church that Glitch's family went to. It was because you went there, yeah. I joined the choir and everything because, like, what else was I gonna do? Um, and it was fun, but I got a solo that Sunday, and because I had been trained as a child, like vocal, I started vocal lessons right before my voice changed. So I was probably like 10, 11 when I started vocal lessons. And then like it continued my whole life pretty much until my dad died. I took a break and then I got pity from one of my parents old teachers, I think, actually. and they had me. They gave me lessons at a discounted rate, which was nice of them because my dad died. But because I was such a professional, I was like, well, my dad died, but I still have to come to choir, and I'm sick, but I'm gonna come to choir and I'm gonna sing my solo because that's the way I was trained. You have obligations. I'm a professional. I'm a workhorse. That's right. Last thing you're gonna say before you go to see Meaty. Yep, Meaty is about to start. Quackies want to be sure that you're gonna be well, and they say that they love you all. Oh, that's nice. We love the quacks. Jesus Christ.
They're organic.
Oh, of course. How helpful.
They smell
Better than we can. You know, we'll take it. We'll take it.
We'll try though. Hopefully. Don't scratch a daddy. Don't scratch a daddy.
That sucks. Meanwhile, the ones I normally get, you get like 40 for like $4.99.
Yeah, that sounds about fucking right.
Hooray! My menses can be absorbed in fucking organic cotton in my mouth. Fuck. The tampon I'm using right now is also organic. The only reason I got that one though is because, yeah, bro, I fucking hate it. Can we have a minor conversation? Can we have a tiny little? We're gonna have a period bitch fest. I'm sorry to all of you who do not have to deal with this, but you get to enjoy my French rage. I apologize that this is happening right now, but it's gonna happen. I'm just gonna talk about it, okay? Things I hate about menstruation products in France. More often than not, it's a lot similar to the ones in the US, especially when it comes to pads. But they do have a lot of organic ones. Like, even in our regular grocery store, you can get organic cotton ones. And I'm just like, what are we doing here?
We have a lot of rich
people. Rich people. Yeah.
We're poor, but there's a lot of rich people.
The only ones that he could find because we're desperate and I need something were $7.50 for 7 fucking pads. Oh, $5.50 for 7 pads. Which is fucking crazy, but you know, it's better than the alternatives that we had for before us.
The mattresses cost slightly more.
The mattress does cost a little bit more than that. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, right? I'm actually a little pissed. Anyway. It's a criminal crime. Yeah, the one that I normally get is like a pack of 40 for $4.99. I was not prepared. So there's that. But then, tampons don't come with applicators. They outlawed applicators, even cardboard ones. I think this is like an EU thing completely. No applicators. You must get your fingers up in there. So you just shove it in there with your, yeah, yep, that's the way it works. They should be, wait, what? No applicators? Crazy work. No, exactly. So I got the organic ones because for a while there, those were the only ones that still had the applicators. But now even those don't have applicators. I like those ones though; they're a pretty good brand. But so I have a couple.
Shove it in there.
But once these ones are gone, I will never again be able, unless I go to the US. Oh, actually, if you're gonna send that box, maybe send a box of tampons. because I fucking miss applicators. I never even think about it because like I have really irregular periods, so it's not something that I have to worry about that often, which is why I was so unprepared for this. And also like for like 3 years I've had what I've called a whisper of a flow, and it lasts 4 days maximum, sometimes only 2. And my doctor kept on telling me like it was normal, this is fine, unless you want to get pregnant and then it's a problem. And I was like, well, um anyway, but yeah, so I was like completely unprepared for the waterfall. I won't go into too many details because you don't need to know all of that. That's maybe TMI. But it's wow. Boy, is it making up for lost time this time. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-wee.
Looking at artwork.
Looking like your artwork.
Yeah.
I feel like warframes have come into my uterus and are
What you need is
doing their
you
thing.
have a normal Warframe.
That's maybe TMI. Has never stopped you before. That's a, you don't need to know what happened yesterday morning.
Rose knew and Rose knows you.
Uh, you know, everything can be fixed with a shower and a mop. Fuck. See, I didn't give you the complete details, but now you can like make things. Did you need to mop the floor after walking to the bathroom? Been there, sweetie. Yeah, no. I've been there before too, but like this time, it's just like it was surprising. It hasn't happened in a while, you know? For like 3 years, I'll say it's been sporadic and very light. And I was unprepared. I had like 4 pads and like maybe half a box of tampons. Nope, that's not cutting it. My bathroom is on another floor. Yes! Oh my god. Yeah, that sucks. Your poor stairs. At least your stairs aren't carpeted. That's nice. Right? Yeah, but it was like a trail. I tried to clean it up too. And then my dog. That is TM. No, I. Dogs are annoying when you're menstruating. That's all I'm gonna. That. Fucking leave me alone. Leave me alone. He's not like licking me or anything like that, but he needs to sniff everything that's unusual to him. He will not leave me alone. I'm like, yes, mama smells weird. We know. Please leave me alone. We actually put carpet on the stairs when the dog was alive because it helped him climb. Oh no. Oh no. Rip that carpet. Oh my god. Pain and suffering. Anyway, that we'll finish this now so our poor baby Dirt will stop being so traumatized, I'm sure. He's busy. He's busy. Only the bottom 3 stuff. Okay, alright. He busy, he fine. Oh god, though. It's been. You're busy trying to fix the vinyl player, yeah, I know. That's what I've been dealing with. Isn't it wonderful? I love that we have a big group of people who also menstruate and people who are very cool about being nice, sympathetic to the menstruation issues. We appreciate you. Can't believe this cost $5.50. crazy. 100% organic certified cotton. Ooh, Flux Extra though. Periods give me dysphoria. My dysphoria is bad today. Somehow across an ocean we still synced. Who knew? Sinking is not real. It's just a myth, but still, it's funny to talk about. It's funny to pretend it's real. It's a coincidence, exactly, but it's still funny to be like, oh, we synced. Periods are never fun, especially when you're me and have PC. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Look, gender dysphoria also is one hell of a thing nobody wants, exactly. We could all pretend that it's not happening. Would that make things better? Sorry for the silence there. I needed to drink. In Callie's chat, periods don't exist. Exactly. Although, let me tell you how much I really, really wish I had an entire chocolate cake that I could eat by myself. Or the ability to eat a chocolate cake. I can't eat a chocolate cake. Like, there are many reasons for that. Can't afford it. There's that one. I also have diabetes, so
never stopped you before.
I can't eat an entire. No, I can eat some chocolate cake, but I shouldn't eat an entire chocolate cake in one sitting. That has absolutely stopped me. Just because you're diabetic doesn't mean you stop eating sugar completely. Like, some people think that that's what you need to do. You're supposed to just stop eating sugar. And it's like, no, you can have some sugar. You just can't have large quantities of it. I'm adding a diabetic-friendly chocolate cake to the list, which I promise to cook you if we are ever in the same continent. Okay, I'll be fine with that. Hey, diabetes doesn't stop my aunt from eating a pound of Twizzlers a day. Oh my god, that one also upsets me. That one bothers me. She has like really bad uncontrolled type 2 diabetes, I believe. And she like my diabetes is pretty well controlled, that I stay within my range pretty much all the time. I have lots of lows still, but that's just because I don't eat enough. But like, I'm also on medication that makes me not want to eat very much, and then I already have like some sort of like it's some disordered eating stuff, but also like physically I get a lot of tummy aches for reasons that we can't figure out. Well, one of them we did figure out. But like, I get tummy aches, so I have to be really careful about like what I eat. And a lot of times I just don't want to eat, and then I'm on medication that makes me not want to eat. So those are all the reasons why I can't have a chocolate cake, but menstruation makes me want to eat an entire chocolate cake. But we would put the chocolate cake in front of me and I'd eat like a normal like portion of it and be like, wow, I can't eat anymore. I guess we'll save the rest for later. I'm the odd one out of never having menstruation. That's good. Glad. I'm happy for you. I've never had blue balls. I don't know if that's a good comparison, but Hey, penis problems exist. I don't know, penis problems exist, surely. I don't know what they are, because I've never had a penis before. But I'm sure they exist, right? Prostate problems. You'll enjoy that one day. That one's frustrating, I'm sure. You know, when your prostate enlarges and you always gotta pee. Often the stream that comment penis problems exist. I don't know. I'm sure they do. I don't know what they are. We were talking about menstruation. Hi, Kind Forge. How are you doing today? A penis problem is your friends cooking your balls for fun. Oh, I've done that. Yeah, it is fun though. Um, yeah, but mostly they're related to them just existing. That's true. No, I'm not gonna say that. We put the filter back on slightly. Good job, Callie. Mm-hmm. 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 Great job. You did it. I'm trying to vibe despite chronic pain, but it's been good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby. I understand how you feel, though. The biggest one I have is that I don't want it. Well, that is a problem. Um, I understand. If I had a penis, I too would not want it. There's a guillotine joke somewhere, I'm sure. I was trying to think of a way to be like, I mean, like, eventually at some point, if you're able to like afford surgery, that could be fixed. Bottom surgery is tough though, and expensive a lot of the times. But hey, it exists. I don't know. I don't know what like the loopholes are even in the EU to have gender affirming surgeries. It's under insurance here. Well, I know you don't like live in a place that would support you in that, but I would support you in that if that's what you really wanted. The one thing about like being non-binary, I've got Blue State Medicaid, and it's more a matter of timing. Okay, well that's good. I don't know what it's like out here in Europe because like know of one trans person in France, but I don't know them personally. It's a is it a friend of yours or a relative? Remember, friend. Okay. I mean, Remy has a friend. Um, but like I don't, I've never. I don't know. I don't think I've met them. Right? No, I haven't met them. Remy does have friends. Not many. And they're not close anymore, but has like old school chums, and every time we go out somewhere, I end up being in the wheelchair, and he like there's somebody he fucking knows, and they have a fucking conversation for what feels like 2 hours. But that's just because I'm in the wheelchair, and like it's annoying. So Remy pushes the wheelchair because I can't push myself, and I don't have a power chair yet. One day, maybe. I don't know. I've been trying to get a power chair for 3 years. But because of that, they kind of like don't include me in the conversation. And it's not easy because I don't they're speaking in French, so I don't speak very good French, and so I don't pick up on everything. But like I'm still like not included in the conversation, and it's because they don't stand in front of me. They stand kind of like off to the side of me and a little bit in a place where I can't see them. Weird, but like stand like it could it's fine, like I could I don't know, but like I just sort of am like off to the side, and Remy has his hand on the wheelchair handlebar. It's like a big bar because I thought that might be easier, but apparently it's more annoying. At the time, I got it because I thought that we could hang bags off of it or something. But like uh I end up feeling like a kid in a fucking stroller, and the adults are talking. And then, to add insult to injury, Remy's instinct while he's standing there, like he does it when we're like standing in line at a checkout too. He says it's like just like an instinct. It's not something that he's planning to do, but he like rocks. He pushes. You know, like when you have a kid in a stroller and you like push the stroller back and forth a little bit to like rock it. He fucking does that to the wheelchair.
And it works!
No, it doesn't. I beg you to stop because it makes me motion sick.
It makes you fall asleep.
It makes me motion sick and I want you to stop. He's like, rock the baby, and I'm like, I am your wife, please stop.
Baby. Here's the baby.
Anyway, then that's how that's one of the ways I get infantilized as as a disabled person. He's not doing it on purpose or anything, but it's so funny. I just like I'm just there. I'm not part of the conversation. I can't even like see the other person sometimes. You laugh so loudly, you scared the cat. It's so funny. I forgot to turn the music back on. Oh man. She was asleep and jumped up. That's funny. But yeah, I kind of hate that a little bit. Like I understand like they're not talking to me, and so like they feel like it would be rude to like stand in front of me and then like not speak to me. But like I don't know. If I were standing next to him, I would be in the conversation too, and they would like they either would like kind of include me in it, and I would just like you know, like when you're with somebody and somebody comes up to them and they're like catching up or whatever and you don't know the other person, like I still get like introduced as like, oh, this is my wife. She doesn't really speak much French, and I say hello and like, how are you? But like I'm still like part of the conversation a little bit because like I can understand a fair amount of what they're saying, but like I get lost on a lot of it because they're speaking fast and I don't have like the biggest vocabulary. But for the most part, like I understand what's being said. But I'm not part of the conversation and it feels like ostracizing. No fault to them though. I think that a lot of people don't know how to handle that situation. I mean, like if I were able to move the wheelchair easily on my own, like I would just have probably would have like said hello or bonjour, enchanté, ça va, and we'd do like the little short things. Um ça va. I don't have accents on my keyboard either, so I can't do it. But yeah. We'd have just done that, and it would have been fine. And then, like, I probably would have been like, "Oh, I'm gonna, you catch up with me. I'm gonna keep going," and like would have continued the shopping on my own. But I can't do that because I can't move on my own. Shut up! I can sing on my own. Oh, okay. I said I can sing on my own. He's like, tell that to Fort. And I'm like, okay, fine. Sometimes I need Fort. Maybe I just like Fort and I like making music with people. Fort is good. Fort is probably teaching classes today, so that's why he wouldn't be here. I don't know. He's also like been busy because of the Lunar New Year. He also has, but he teaches on the weekends. He teaches the piano. That's what musicians do. If you're good at something, you give lessons. If we were at home and I probably would give voice lessons. You need to learn piano, you want it. Yeah. I wanted to learn piano. And it's annoying because I grew up with a fucking piano in my in my house. But my parents didn't actually know piano. They weren't pianists. My parents were vocalists. They used the piano for vocal classes, but nobody actually played the piano, and like we were really poor, so they couldn't afford classes. I wanted to learn how to play the piano so badly. Unfortunately, never did, and now I don't think I could, just because like a lot of like the posture stuff I think would be really hard on my body. And then like I have like a mental I struggle with reading music very proficiently. I read music enough as a vocalist that like I can follow along with the vocal line for the most part, and sometimes the piano line a little bit too. But I am not good. Like I don't think that I could sight read. I can't imagine me getting good enough like at a piano thing where I would be able to sight read or anything. I do not know what this posture is talking about. I'd be shrinking. Yeah. When you do piano, you have to have a specific kind of posture, and it's kind of important. And I just don't think that my body could do it. I'm sort of shrimp, but also like, I don't know. It's because of my shoulder. I have one shoulder that's perpetually halfway out of place. And cannot be placed back in, apparently. That's quite painful, actually. And so, like, if I try too hard to hold up posture, that whole thing spasms, and is super painful. I need to be going to physical therapy, but we can't find a physical therapist out here that I can go to. Most of them aren't actually handicapped accessible, which I think is fucking weird. Yeah. Like most of the physical therapists out here are for people who got injured in skiing. So it's like for people who like maybe broke a leg or something like that, and they still use crutches. It's like mostly for crutches. People in crutches need accessibility too. Yeah, but like so like the offices are accessible for people with that, but because there's just like a tiny little lip, but that tiny little lip is too much for a wheelchair, so they don't have a ramp. And some of them are like up flights of stairs even. And that one is really stupid. And there's also I'm American, and I have the weight of a American person. And they so some of the ones that are accessible out here, they don't they refuse to see me because I weigh too much for their equipment. And that makes it sound like I'm monstrously, like I'm 600-pound life sort of fat. I'm not. Like my my vlogs are visible, and you can see what I look like. I'm not skinny by any stretch of the imagination. Holy shit! But also, I'm not like the reason I'm disabled is not because I'm fat. Like I'm a fat person, sure. If I could have made this model fat, I would have. I'd like to have a chubbier model, but they don't really exist. But yeah. But yeah, that's there a lot of accessibility things here are because of weight related things. Yeah, it's like the fat phobia here is crazy. The one thing about it though that's kind of nice is that they like look at, they don't like I except for like one time when we saw somebody who specifically works with obesity, and she just like refused to believe my eating habits, which Remy got kind of mad about. That one's normal though. That everybody does that with me. Um, but yeah, they for the most part, the doctors out here are quite they treat obesity as an illness. It's like it's a condition. It's not, and they don't tend to treat it as like a moral failing like as you would get in the US. Except for the obesity doctor. That one was fucking weird. But for the most part, like almost every doctor, they never have like shamed me for they never shamed me for being overweight, which isn't unusual for me. I feel like I've had less doctors call me out for being fat than they used to. I think that's because there is a push within the medical community to be like, hey, shaming people doesn't fucking work. Maybe we need to actually look into reasons why obesity happens. And I'm the first to admit that we eat like garbage, but that's mostly because I can't cook. When I cook, we eat pretty well, more balanced meals. Um, but like, what can I do? I'm disabled. I can't cook like I used to. So it sucks to be us. Sucks to be you, honey. I'm sorry. I trapped you into this marriage. You only married me because I cook well. And, and if you look at some FDA approved things, yeah, bro. I lost so much weight when I came over from the US just because my diet had like there just wasn't as many hidden things in the food here. Like there's processed food here obviously, but there's not as much processed food. And then like there's high fructose corn syrup isn't allowed. My blood sugar got better and easier to manage. All kinds of stuff happened when I moved over here. I love when I said to my doc, I'm fat, I know, I buy my own clothing, I see the size, and he did not know what to say to that. Yeah, no. It's not it's not a secret, It's not a secret. We know. I don't be shamed for it though, and I know that people on the internet are fucking assholes. All I'm hearing is Europe is superior. I mean, we'll just, we call spades spades over here, and maybe a little true on certain things. I don't think any of our U.S. friends here are sitting there being like, "Man, we live in the best country in the world." Like, you guys know. I outstanding move as the ancient. Yeah. France doesn't have peanut butter. Okay, France has peanut butter. It just doesn't have a lot of peanut butter. I've told you before. I can get Skippy peanut butter. I don't really like Skippy peanut butter that much, but it's pretty good if you got not many other options. You can get organic peanut butter, but that stuff tastes like shit. I miss Jif sometimes. Skippy does suck, but like, it's as close to American peanut butter as I can get, and so I get Skippy peanut butter, and I call it a day. We also have 100% peanut butter, which also is not good, by the way. I really want to make peanut butter called gift. Just watching the internet fight over it. I like it before. Like, I like some organic peanut butter, but like, it needs to have sugar in it. A lot of times we'll get it where they don't put any sugar or salt. It's just peanuts. I'm like, bro, just a little sugar, please. No, I want to have a peanut butter toast. Didn't add your own. Yeah, I did try that, but it didn't taste very good. I do like Jif Simply was really good. There was this one organic peanut butter that we used to get at the food bank, and it was the only place you could get it. And one time I like emailed them. I'm like, hey, we used to get your peanut butter at the food bank, and that's the only place you can get this peanut. It's so good. I mean, you can only get this. I love this peanut butter though. Is there a way to purchase it? Now that we're in a better position now, we could purchase it. But like, how do you? I've never seen it in a store before. I emailed the company and they're like, "Oh yeah, we work directly with food banks. Here's 3 jars." And I was like, "Oh my god, thank you." They just sent me like they're tiny jars, but yeah, they sent me like these 3 jars of the peanut butter. They're like, "We're so glad you like it." Like, I honestly, like, sometimes that was the only protein we were getting because we were homeless at the time. And so we would get the peanut butter, and they would give us milk too. And so like I'll have like milk and peanut butter on like bread that came from slightly stale bread that came from a bakery, and we would put it on there, and it would be like the best meal. I don't know, something about it was so satisfying. Probably because we were homeless and didn't have much food. For a long time, I wanted to create savory flavored nut butters, like cardamom almond. Oh, bitch. Yeah. Bitch, get on there. Nut party. Midsummer nut party. I see that vision. I see that vision hard. I also really like almond butter. I like almond butter. I like cashews a lot. They're not exactly a nut, but cashews are like my favorite nut, even though they're not a nut. And then almonds, and then peanuts, and then sometimes I like a pecan. Sometimes. Oh yeah, I saw that. I meant to say something to it. I like just a regular chocolate covered almond is also good. I just don't see almonds that often out here. I mean, every once in a while. But yeah, I'll do a regular one. I like the candy coating. There's something about the crunchy candy coating, and then the chocolate, and then the nut. Or some I don't know. I like it. But I've just never seen the almond M&Ms out here. I don't know if they have them in the US anymore either. That might have been like a relic of my childhood and I just don't know it. I know I said I might play Animal Crossing, but I probably won't. I don't know. I'm having fun talking to you guys. Excuse me. Sorry, I should have muted for y'all. You went to the museum today? What museum? Museum was it? Oh shit. Also, another reason why we can't play Animal Crossing is because my Switch is completely dead. I forgot to replug it in. Yeah, I know. It's in the base, but I forgot to plug in the base. I do love a good. It was a painting exhibition from Van Gogh. That's cool, but not the expensive ones. That's still, nah, it's still fun to see some of the lesser known ones. I like art exhibits. Back in my home state, there's a pretty good-ish university, and so because of that, there's a big art scene there. And there's a really good museum that like we just grew up having in our hometown. The one thing that I gotta say about like my hometown is people say a lot of shit about the place that I grew up in. And it's deserved. It is deserved. There's a lot of bad things that happen in my hometown. But there's a lot of cool shit too. It has like a really amazing library system. It has the university stuff. I grew up being able to go to a planetarium and see like cool laser light shows or like stuff about stars. Like that was really cool. That's not something that like people have in their backyard. And then like you could go to all these talks with the university being there. You could like meet authors, and you didn't have to be a student to attend these things. They were open to the public. A lot of times you might have had to pay like $10 to get in, but still it's not that expensive. And then a lot of bands go out there. uh there's a lot of shows, there's a lot of live theater, there's a ton of live theater actually. You could do live theater through the um the university had a lot of, there's like a whole music and theater school there. So they put on a lot of shows and it was open to the public and you could go see a bunch of those. Or there was also like theater companies within the area that put on a lot of shows. I went to see shows a lot. But then there's like a really cool band scene too. When we were teenagers, we could go like the bar venues would have like a separate venue that allowed under 21s to go. You just got like a stamp on your hand that said that you couldn't drink. And so we would be able to go and see like live bands play, and it was really fun, and like talk to them afterwards. We used to do that sometimes. That was a good time. I watched a video of a guy that came here talking about how sad and depressing it was and showing downtown on a Wednesday at 10 a.m. and went to an area that there was nothing. It's like, yeah, okay, if you go, there's a lot of places that suck, but like, yeah, he didn't even mention the park. There's a really big park system that is beautiful, and there's like a really gorgeous like inner city um garden, like, that is very impressive. The garden is beautiful. And it's like right in the middle of the inner city. And like even in the inner city area, there's like this the park system is sprawling. It's one of the biggest metro parks in the United States. Probably giving away too much information. But like if you like go down like one area of there, there's like a beautiful lake that you can get paddle boats on, or at least you could. I don't remember if they've opened that back up or not. And then there's like the art museums, and there's like two or three of them that are pretty cool. And there's a splash pad that is really good that is there for like kids. There's like really amazing what are those called, playgrounds in that park system. But then there's like these really impressive hiking trails too. There's just so much to do. There's so much to do there that I get really mad when people are like, oh, but look, this place is like run down. And it's like, yeah, there's a lot of run down shit. And like, we never fully got over the depression of the area. And it sucks a lot of times, and there's not a lot of money there. But there's so much cool shit. And good food too. So much good food. Oh, I could talk about some of the restaurants out there. They're very good. There's a lot of good Mexican food. I get really proud of my city too. Like, we can talk shit about it, but you can't. There's a lot of really cool stuff there. It makes me want to say it out loud, but I know you don't want people to know exactly where you live. Yeah, and they know you live there still. But it's just like, there's so much cool stuff there, but like, I understand that there's also bad stuff, and there's a lot of crime, and there's a lot of poverty, and there's corruption that is very obvious and blatant. I don't know. Jinx was talking about the local game stores with city names, and I was like, I think you're fine to just say where you're. Like, it's just the city. It's just it's the city, you know. I think you'll be okay. It's not like we're gonna say the specific neighborhood in that city that you live in, or your street name or something like that. Okay. Okay, I have consent now. Yeah, we come from Youngstown, Ohio. Um it used to be, I believe, number 7 of top homicides in the US. I believe we were number 7 the last time. I think we're less now. 11th largest city in Ohio. Used to be a big steel mill place. It still has a pretty robust, I guess we could say, for like what the steel economy is. Like, it still exists a little bit, but yeah, there's not a ton of jobs there anymore because a lot of the steel mills got put down, and or they put down like a dog, I say. But yeah, there's just the job economy there is not strong. In the 90s, we were murder capital per capita because of the local mafia. Yeah, and in the 90s they left, and so did a lot of money. Murder is way down. I do remember that one year that it was like, yay, the new year. There's been 5 murders already. Happy New Year. It was like New Year's Day. It was like 3 or 5 murders happened. We were like, oh shit. The same thing happened with the I'm not gonna be able to say that Ruhr area, the German metal manufacturers. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Youngstown, Ohio. There's Youngstown State University, which is where I got my master's degree from. They have a robust majors list. Like, you can do engineering of all kinds, mathematics of all kinds. They have a huge STEM section, but then their arts and humanities are also really robust too, and they have a whole music school, which is where my parents actually met. And then they also have a big theater school, and yeah, there's just like so much there, and the library system there is also really um incredible because of the university ties. um I have a lot to say that is not great about YSU, and there's a lot of issues with it, but there's so much that brings to the area that is positive, that it's kind of like, well, it's nice that it exists there, and it's nice that we grew up with it there, because there were so many opportunities for great educational and fun things to do. We're the halfway point between Cleveland and Pittsburgh, and those cities were able to recover from the death of the steel industry, but we couldn't. Exactly. But there's still like a lot of so much cool stuff. Stuff that I miss. Is the cheapest city in the US to live in because there's no jobs. Like, don't move there. But if you ever find yourself out that way, you know, there's fun stuff to do. Everybody's just trying their best to make life happy. Yeah, good thing you're a software dev. Like, yeah, no, if somebody like went out there and they were like, this place fucking sucks and there's nothing good about it, I'd be like, fuck you. There's fun stuff too. I understand why you don't want to live here. I don't want to live there again, but like, I'd visit. There are fun things to do. Every time I think about going home, I have like a whole list of like things that I want to like eat mostly. I was like, oh man, is Casa de Taco still there? I want that. It is a weird. I want like Chinese food. I want sushi from the one sushi place that you guys get your sushi from. Sushi sounds so good. It's so good. And a lot of stuff that like I really really loved or is gone now because not a bunch of restaurants didn't survive COVID. I want a maple stick from IGA so bad. Went to Anto. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Oh my god, that's that. Fuck you. Did you get fried cheese? Did you get the fried cheese? We make it's like a brick of it's not like a brick. It's like a big like large slice of mozzarella that they deep fry like mozz sticks, but like it's a big thing of it, and then they put it on. Oh, well, that's probably good. But they have one where you can get it like loaded, and it has pasta, and it's like a cavatelli, I think, pasta. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember what pasta it is. But you can probably get other pasta too, and they put the brick of pasta of cheese on it, and it has the sauce, and the sauce is really good, and it has like really good like pepper, like bell pepper taste to it, and onion, and num num num, and then it's so good. And then they put a meatball on top. And it's probably like 9,000 calories, but it's so good. So, so good. The almond M&Ms still exist. Yay! Fucking love Briar Hill pizza, and I will die on that hill. I understand it's weird, but I love it. I fucking love Briar Hill pizza. Man, I miss home. I miss home today. A little homesick. What else? There's something like I never got to do like Charlie Staples, which is a barbecue place, because it's kind of expensive. But I love barbecue. Like as American food to me, the quintessential American food is not burgers, which everybody in Europe thinks that's what it is. It's like good barbecue. You drive past it a lot. You guys should try it someday, and then I can live through you. You'll have to take pictures of everything you eat, though. As like really good, like yeah, like briskets and like pulled pork and stuff like that, and then like cornbread. Oh, fucking. Oh, let me tell you all about cornbread. let Auntie Carly tell you about cornbread. It's like sweet but also savory and buttery. It has a corn taste to it, but it's mostly just that like buttery things, and it's like really crumbly, but like in the best way possible. And it tastes so good along something that has had barbecue sauce applied to it. Can't explain it. It's also so good with like you ever have cheese one, like a cheesy jalapeno cornbread? Mm. Fuck, I want cornbread. I've made cornbread out here, but I've used polenta because that's the best you can get when it comes to like corn meal. I like cornbread with a little corn in it. Yeah, when I've made cornbread before, I've also put like creamed corn in it because that really helps. There's this barbecue place called in Connecticut called Tino. Nom, nom. I miss. I miss baked beans. Like I would take bushes right now, you know. I know I could just make it, but we don't get like. I just think that baked beans are better with like pinto beans, and you can't get pinto beans out here. But I've made baked beans before, but I had to use like kidney beans because we can get kidney beans and something that's sort of similar to cannellini beans. And recently, I've been able to get black beans, but like that's really it. Oh god. First pronunciation was right. I don't know what I said the first time. It's a Caribbean. Oh, Caribbean people who were some of the first. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. Those poor people. I should show you our bean selection sometimes. Taino. Okay. Yeah. I figured that the I had some had more of an emphasis than spreading it together. Yeah. Taino. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. So, obviously Jamaican Blaze, who is my boyfriend, this may surprise you, but he's Jamaican. He tells me about all of the Jamaican like traditional foods, and I am just like, I want to eat that, please. I know I'm white, and I have a geographical tongue, and so I should probably not let Scotch bonnet come anywhere near my tongue, and it will probably be the end of me. But I want it so bad. Scotch bonnet looks painful. It's spicy. It's just hot. I also have the black sauce, so well, yeah, you have Scotch bonnet. I don't know, but like, there's like I think it's like black molasses cake or something like that he's talked about. I want to eat it so bad. There's something that goes hard here in Connecticut, Hartford, especially has a big Caribbean population, and some Jamaican restaurants is so good. Oh man, yeah, hey, the singing helped, but I didn't do any singing. What are we talking about? What? It's like, bitch, I probably could hear you. I don't eat that much though, since I'll die though. Yeah, I can imagine. We got a few Jamaican restaurants here now, small ones. Yeah, there's some of the like local spots in Youngstown. There's always a lot of really good stuff. There's like there's a high rate of black population in like Youngstown in the inner city area. Um, and so thusly, there's a lot of good food. There's a lot of good like soul food type places that you can get some amazing stuff. Young's Chariot Town, where white people can be a minority. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But then like you on the outer like suburban areas, it's a lot of like white Trump supporters, which is annoying. But like the heart of Youngstown is like extremely democratic and uh yeah, it's hard to live there when you're surrounded by so much MAGA. I also have neighbors with people not from the Netherlands. Neighborhoods. Yeah. I mean, we have that here too. Most of there's a lot of like, I guess Turkish people live. Wait, what? There's so many of them here. Okay. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that. That's why we have a lot of the Turkish kebab places. However, the Turkish kebab place that we like to go to, is actually run by a Chinese immigrant. But it was started by a Turkish person, yeah. But she took it. Yeah, doner kebab was very, very good. But we the person who runs it now is this very wonderful Chinese woman. She's so sweet. I guess one time uh she was selling the tea eggs. She stopped selling them. I guess they probably didn't do so well, but I was so excited because I fucking love those. The tea marinated eggs. Oh, so yummy. They're a little expensive. Yeah, well, eggs are also. Well, at the time, eggs weren't that expensive out here. Right now, eggs are fucking crazy. I've been meaning to get this soul food place here in Meridian. It looks great. I just need you guys to know. Like, I know it's kind of cringe to like take pictures of your food, but if you guys go to these restaurants and you do get food at them, I would appreciate the vicarious living through you taking pictures of your food for me, because I can't get that shit out here, but I get to look at it and go, oh, I wish that was in my mouth. I went to a Greek place. Oh, yeah. I love Greek food too. Oh my god, I love Greek food so much. The only problem is though, I really detest olives. Ooze, ooze, ooze. I can't make my mouth make words. Yeah, I'm sorry. I try. I really hate them though. When I went to Antone's, I took pics of the walls and not the food. Oh my god. Remember. I love looking at pictures of food. I can't eat all of it. I can't eat it, but if you go out and get like real good food. No, I get it. I always forget to take pictures of my food when I'm really hungry. Well, thank you for the lurking so you can get your food now. Oh, trying to think of like there's good food out here too. We just can't get it because we don't have money. I had cool local stuff on the walls. Oh, fun. Yeah, they do have like cool like historical pictures. There's this one restaurant that was kind of in like my neighborhood area, a little bit like further out. It was really really good. But it was uh It was in a former bank. So the place used to be a bank, and they kind of kept some of the original fixtures of it. So like you can they turned the teller booths into like table booths. So like the side of your booth when you're sitting in it is a teller box. And then they have the the vault, like where all the cash was put. And they have that. There's like a little like private dining area in it. It's very cool. The food there's pretty good too. It's sort of more French inspired because I guess the chef did a lot of touring Europe, um and like working around Europe and spent a lot of time in France. But it's also like it's like fusion American French. I don't know. It's pretty good, but their cakes are actually the best part. I don't know if they're still open though. Cuz I've been here for like 6 or 7 years now, and a lot of stuff is different back home now. I get overwhelmed and overstimulated in restaurants. I can if there's like a lot of music. Um but if it's pretty chill, I'm good. Also because of like the way that my body works, I want to eat lunch at like 2 p.m. Um I can't do that in France because they close. All the restaurants close at 2 p.m. But that's when I want to have lunch at 2 p.m. I used to love restaurants, but not anymore. I just can't most of the time. I'm also like big on like I like to get takeout. I've been to France. I know. They want their lunches. Yeah. They just lunch, so the restaurant opens at noon and then it closes at 2 p.m. and then it doesn't open again until 7 p.m. and then it closes at like 9:10 sometimes. Depends. More often like more on the later side like 10. But yeah, and a lot of times you need to have reservations or they won't be able to seat you. And it's France for you. It is really frustrating though, cause like I'm just used to in the United States, like they just keep it open. Like yeah, it's during a lull period, but more often than not, somebody's gonna want to come in, and yeah, I miss that. Cause like I don't like to eat breakfast first thing in the morning. Like this is when I was like waking up in the morning. Like if I wake up in the morning, I usually don't want to eat breakfast right away. I'll typically wait until around like 10 a.m. is like when I'm like, ooh, I'm hungry now. Like if I wake up at like 7 or 8, 10 a.m. is when I want to eat. And so then noon comes around, I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry for lunch if I'm going to eat lunch. So uh I have to at noon I'm not going to be hungry, but at 2 I'll be hungry. 2 or 3, that's when I want to eat lunch. And then we have dinner at like 9, really? 8, 9. Sometimes 8 because I want to go to bed early, but a lot of times it's more around 9 p.m. And that's how it usually works for me. Especially because like we eat at home now. I try to eat a little bit earlier when I stream so that I can like digest it in case, I don't know, my body decides to reject it. And we will know before I hit live. Most of the times I skip breakfast. Yeah, so I'll skip breakfast now because of that. Because like, and if I'm getting up in the morning, I just won't eat breakfast at all. I might like grab a piece of fruit if I get like really hungry around 10. So it's more like a snack. Um, but yeah, I don't eat breakfast now at all. And so like right now, like today I woke up at noon because I went to sleep at 5 a.m. yesterday. Well, today you know, hey, I got to nerd out with with my new best friend. Not a replacement best friend. To be clear, we can have multiple best friends. But I got to nerd out with my new bestie. And we just it was 5 a.m. for me. It was only 11 p.m. for him. Um but it was like, okay, you need to go to bed. And I was like, yeah, I need to go to bed. I was like the only one in his stream. Probably because we were just like music nerding. And it was really nice to have somebody who really appreciates when I like actually like analyze a piece of music. And I was like, yay. Yay. They're not just like, ooh, Callie saying things and I don't understand what she's saying. Anyway, that was fun. But yeah, I stayed up until 5 a.m. So I didn't get up until noon today. When I got up, I was up for, I think I ate at like 1:30. I had leftovers. It was mushroom raviolis in a tomato sauce. It was very good. I had that for dinner last night, and I only ate half of it, so I ate the other half for lunch, and it was delicious. And I don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight, but it shall be eaten for sure. Okay, I have to pee. Yeah, no, but that's basically what happens. Is now that I'm waking up kind of later because I keep staying up too fucking late. I eat lunch. I'll have dinner at some point in the night. Usually my blood sugar kind of crashes, so I'll have a snack now because I'm forced to. But then I don't. I eat at 9 p.m. and then I don't eat again until like I don't eat a meal again until lunch the next day. I only eat lunch and dinner and snack. Lunch, dinner, snack. I don't know. It's not that bad, right? What did I eat yesterday? I'm more concerned with my water drinkage. I get concerned about that for you too. What did I have for lunch yesterday? Leftovers. Oh yeah, I had leftover chili. Because I was like, this is probably the last day that this is gonna be good. I better eat it. I ate leftover chili, and then like a bowl of it, and I had some crackers with it, and then I had a half of a plate of ravioli, and then I ate some yuzu chocolate, dark chocolate, for my snack time. I'm probably I probably ate a mandarin yesterday too, like one. I just have them nearby, so I eat like one of those usually a day because I like to eat fruit, and that's all I ate yesterday. This is why we don't keep a food journal, because then I see how little it actually was, and I go, "Fuck." I don't know. It felt like a pretty big bowl of chili. I didn't eat it all though. I couldn't. We need Kelly to eat. Yeah, it's kind of a problem with me. It's just so hard. It's really hard because a lot of food that I have access to makes me feel really sick. And I don't know. I wish I could squeal, but I can't right now. Thank you, Mir. You so nice. I'm gonna buy food with that probably. Thank you. I should order the food today, yeah. I need to remember what we were missing. Okay. Well, I'm probably gonna glitch you live yet. You don't have to be. I'm probably gonna go be right back again because I gotta pee again. This is what happens when you drink a whole teapot. Okay, well, we'll raid into you in a little bit. But right now, be right back. Love you guys. Hold on a minute. Potato soup sounds amazing. I am back. I think it's sad that you can't um giving subs doesn't give you the spot. Just you have like a the rankings for bits and subs, and I wish it was just together. I'm probably the only one who thinks that. I lost my BIP sub too. Mine ended yesterday. Unfortunate. But yeah, it's a I don't mind giving people ad rev too, though. Supporting is supporting, however it works. But I do like using the fun. I would gift you one, but you don't want to give Daddy Bezos more money with Yeah. You need money more than if I had more stable means of income, I would A, subscribe to more people. B, gift subs. Sorry, that was gross. Okay, I wanted to talk about a Jiffy Bee can eat my entire ass. My money goes to my friends as much as I can manage. Truth. Unfortunate, the unfortunate overlord of our enterprise is a dick. But like, what are you gonna do? I am going to avoid a Oz, a W. Is that an acronym? Or all? Oh, Amazon Web Services. Yeah, okay, acronym. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I also it's one of the reasons, but not the complete reason. But I moved away from using Goodreads because Amazon owns Goodreads now, which is kind of Amazon owns a lot of stuff. So I stopped using Goodreads and I moved over to Storygraph. Storygraph, you guys have seen it, but like it's also like it's a developer, like one developer is working on it, is like one person. So it's like owned by a person and not a big evil conglomerate. Um, and it's a person who loves books. She's a black woman. She has a team with herself and one guy who does some of the algorithmic development, and then there's like a community outreach person, and like that's it. There's like 3 people on this team, and I think that is actually like a better service. I also think that the algorithm is better and tends to feed me more diverse books, which is nice. Both like not just like it's not just like black authors, but like also like a lot of Asian authors and different cultures and different orientations and all that stuff that like you don't see so much in Goodreads. And I feel like the Goodreads like community is very romance heavy. Not that there aren't romance readers out on Storygraph too, but I don't know. I find what's something that bothers me on Goodreads is that like especially in the horror genre, don't fucking rate horror books if you don't like horror books. What are you doing here? Don't rate it badly because you don't like the genre, and it happens all the time on Goodreads. It bothers me. I don't see that as much in Storygraph yet, but yeah, I do think it's a. I become an open source developer. Yeah. If I ever need a website, I'll hire you. I don't really need one though. Nor could I afford one. I don't know what we put on a Cali website. Probably information on the book club. The sacred texts. And music stuff. I don't know. My vibes are like music and books. I guess it's a cult of music, books, and gay. That's what I would use to describe my vibe is music, book, and gay. Music, books. Theater talks. She's becoming less and less coherent. Okay. So things I have to do for the upcoming week. I'm kind of behind on learning music because the voice and being sick situation. This whole week has kind of like not gone well for me. Times that I'm not hanging out with you guys are also just like me being like, I don't feel good. And I just like can't sing as much as I want to. And unfortunately, in order to learn songs, you kind of have to sing them. Like I'm listening to them to try to like learn them, and like I sing at half voice for a little bit, but like I'm just not getting as much done as I would like to. So on my if I go to and look at my music that I need to learn for this month, it's loading. And go back. I have to go to my disc. Um So Gravity, the Maiden Abyss song that has the Icelandic lyrics that I put through, um, is okay. It's not great. It's not bad though, I don't think. The Icelandic is hard because I'm not used to it and I don't have a lot of practice fitting the words in my mouth, but I think I'm okay on it. Um, the dot hack songs though are fine. I feel like I'm really good at them at this point. The Showbiz song is okay. I don't think it's gonna get much better. It's gonna it you know, I'm not great at Japanese. Senorita from Love Songs. I feel like if I can get my voice to get better, we'll be fine. I think I can get that done, but I haven't really worked on it that much. I like did it like a little bit last week, but I have not touched it at all this week. The House on Fire meme. So like I really, really needed to go on to that. And I have not touched my golden ticket from that one, which was the Ballad of Baby Doe song, the Willow song one. And that one's an opera one. But I told you guys that that one was gonna take longer because it's a bit of a vocal workout, and I need to find an accompaniment and stuff like that that will work, which I have not had a lot of luck in. And then the ones that we voted for this last week. I actually haven't found a good track for the Patsy Cline one, I Fall to Pieces, because I realize it's a country song, but I don't want the original backing. I don't really want to sing it as a country song. I want to sing it in my style. So I'd like a piano accompaniment. And there's some like piano pieces out there that I could sing along with, but they were not made with a singer in mind. And I realized that I could poke Fort, but I kind of feel bad because I know he's really busy right now. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might poke him anyway and just see if there's anything he can do or if he knows the song. I don't know if he does. I did tell him I didn't need any help with any of these songs. I'm wrong. The Dayseeker song is kind of easy. I was already kind of getting that when we were listening to it, because it's a fairly simple, straightforward song, The Crawl Back to My Coffin. So I feel pretty comfortable with that. Like I'll be able to I probably need to practice it a little bit more, but it'll be good. And then Kaleidoscope. Yeah, I haven't really done anything with it. I did find a karaoke version because really the backing on the original back accompaniment with it is already beautiful. So I don't think that we need to do anything different with it. Um, I think it's just a matter of practicing, and I just don't have the voice to practice that one right now. That one especially, there's a lot of movement in the voice, and I know that that's my favorite thing in music. But there's a right now, my flip point is very difficult to sing through, so I can't do it. But crawl back to my coffin is gonna be fine. And that's it for what we need to have ready for Thursday. Other stuff that I want to do that has nothing to do with things that were voted for. I want to do sleep the sleep token song Vor. I want to do I want to do it with Bobby's screams. Bobby did a cover of it, which we could probably like watch real quickly, and then we're gonna go raid Glitch. One minute. This is my practice playlist. So this is Bobby's YouTube channel. And this is her cover of the Sleep Token song, Vor. I want to sing this song so bad. So they just keep her parts here. Welcomes me. It was really weird to see her not in her egg form and in her fleshy form. She's doing a lot of stuff with flowers in this period. So I would start here, I think. We might let her whisper that, and I won't do that part. Fort, you're here. Now I can ask you here. And I want to do this song though, but I want to do the singing bits. I just want to get to Bobby singing. This is Bobby. She's got such a beautiful singing voice too. But I would replace her here and I would sing this. When the pain stop. I shouldn't sing, I know. Resting doesn't help. So let's get swallowed. Oh. Okay, we'll stop now though. Yay! Even summoned to send blessings for your struggles. Thank you. Eyes of Crimson. We're doing good. We're listening to Bobby Vinette's cover of Sleep Token Vor because I want to sing this and I have permission to steal her screamings. Never rest again, you all. Shut up, Fort. So yeah, she's gonna let me do her take her screams here and just I'll replace my voice with the singing bits because I cannot scream. But I gotta work on that. I fucking love this. I can't run between my lower register and my higher register right now. because of the way that my singing is doing. You forced your body to wake up and you woke up in pain. So amazing. Anyway, we love Bobby here. So I kind of want to work on that at some point. Before you're here now, we were talking about what I'm trying to work on for the upcoming week if I can get some singing done. What? Hey, when I sang Alicia earlier, it made it so that I could talk again, but it's come back, so you're focused. You're focused, okay. So we voted for Patsy Cline song. I don't think I did. We voted for the Patsy Cline this last week. And I can't find a fucking I can't find an accompaniment that would work for me. It's too all the accompaniments I can find are just taking the original track, which is fine, but it's a country song. I don't sing country. Here, it's the song. It's 1961 country too. And I wanted to do piano backing with it. I Fall to Pieces. But I'd like to do it with a piano. It's really simple, and I mean, it's pretty simple, and it's short, so there is that. But I don't want to have a country backing thing. I don't want to do that. I've seen some covers of just piano. Oh yeah, we sing. When I don't sound like this, we sing. When I don't sound like this, we sing. And this is Fortuitous Piano. They call him Piano over on his streams. I don't understand why when his name is obviously Fort. Weird. Whoa, Kelly sings, yeah. I'm a classically trained operatic singer. I sing opera sometimes, but a lot of times we do a lot of different kinds of singing. And I am building up my repertoire with a bunch of stuff. But Thursdays are usually in my singing. If you'd like to see more, you can all check out my shorts and YouTube. My name has been controversy until I met you. Oh yeah, if you wanna see more, you can also join our Discord community. Oh, there you go. You got it too. You can see what music themes are coming up because everybody gives me music for the themes this upcoming month of not January. Fuck, I can't do things. The upcoming month of March, we're going to do Disney songs. I assume that you guys are going to hit me with a bunch of Disney songs, and it's going to take the whole month. And then, Glitch pushes the shorts because Glitch is my editor and is amazing, actually. Paul put them up on stream last night, and I was the only one watching, but it was just kind of fun to watch somebody watch your work and really enjoy it. And I'm yeah, yes, I know that I make funny jokes sometimes, but the only reason that I'm funny in the shorts is because Glitch is amazing. I have a bunch of songs I'm gonna send in. I just need to figure out what to post. Are there any long songs coming to get? Well, no, I'm not gonna ask for that actually, because we have a long song that you're working on a full video for, so we'll just wait on that one. I just know we did perfect takes of we tried to do perfect takes of down by the river, and yeah, I don't know. I've been getting slow in my Cali short response time. We didn't have one today either. Why is every one of those shorts I was in stream for? I was crazy laughing. Okay. There were funny moments too, but sometimes Glitch just makes it so fucking funny. Yeah, you got sick too. You haven't been feeling well. None of us have been feeling well. And you've been busy with other stuff too. I feel like for like 2 months of like a constant. It's been like 3 months now. We missed one day in 3 months. I feel like that's pretty good. Yes, Callie is funny, and then Glitch makes it even better. I was like, well, you have to see the cult short because I fucking love that one. Mostly because of the, guys, no, we can't do this. You know what the worst part is? Is that Glitch is gonna somehow make a fucking short of this, and then it zooms out to their model that they made, and I did. It's so funny. But yeah, for when I showed you the ones that we picked on Thursday, and I said I don't need your help on any of these. I lied apparently. Because I can't find anything. I mean, I found one thing that's okay, but I don't like it that much. I'm lying to you. We cheated on you too. I didn't tell you about that. We rated another pianist. We rated another pianist. He was pretty good. You would have liked him. What was his name? Do you guys remember? Something about rice. Rice something. He was, you would have enjoyed him. But you're busy. You're a busy man. Yeah, I followed him too. Big race piano. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. You've got so much work. Yeah. I know. We miss you. You can tell because you came in and everybody's like, Fort! Ah, we remember you. You were a well-missed member of the cult community. The cult community. Oh yeah, I do like this song. I know, like, I hope you recover well and that everyone is doing well. Yeah, I'm gonna quit here in a bit. I talked about books and then we just yapped because I didn't really want to do anything else. But I should rest my voice. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Don't stop typing. What are you doing? Stop it. Okay, you can type now. Ayo. No, it's just the whole like you shouldn't sing at all. You shouldn't sing at all when your voice is a little rough. Is not true. Resting it completely isn't. If you can sing, like you shouldn't go full out. But I sang Alicia and it like loosened some of this so that it was able to flow. It's gotten worse now. But like yeah, you do have to like it's a 4 hour yap stream seems excessive. Maybe. Hey, there was a lot of tea involved too. But no, we're gonna raid Glitch. and then we can listen to Glitch Yap. And there'll probably be less talk about periods in that one. I apologize for all of that earlier. Thanks for this short amount of stream. You ready? It's just unfair when you have chronic illness to also get sick and then start the worst period of 3 years. It's rude, honestly. Okay, raid. Bleach. Crown. Okay, but before I do that, I was gonna make sure I got everything going on. Are we all good here? Yeah, Monday we'll see what happens. But probably Animal Crossing. Thursday is supposed to be the performance and karaoke stream. We'll see. And then I don't know what we'll do on Saturday again, but it'll be fun anyway. Oh, it's always fun. So let's get that together. Okay, so that's what's going on. That's what we got going on here. I would like to get, please. Cool. Hey, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I hope you guys have a really, really fun rest of your day. We'll go, I don't know, harass Glitch to get some work done. And then can Glitch send the raid message in their own stream? Probably. And then, yeah. Just like enjoy your day. Have a good weekend. Make something good to eat. If you eat at a restaurant this weekend, you must take pictures of it and put it in the Discord food channel, please. And stay safe. Yes, everybody else stay safe. Anyway, I love you, my beautiful queer tater tots. And I will see you hopefully Monday.